Good morning. Good morning. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. The reason for this topic is it's just to have Muslim women come up and make it make sense, man. Muslim woman. Please, guys, Muslims only. We say this all the time. It's not because we don't want other Christians up. So I'll bring up JD, but JD, I know that you're a Christian. I don't want Christians to come up, please.
Oh,
How are you, the guy?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
No worries. You the guy. You're not just the guy.
It was an inside joke at college, but yeah.
Yeah, it
Anyways,
don't matter, man. Hey, listen, you must pick yourself up. Don't put yourself down. If you're the guy, you're the guy. You know.
I guess.
Okay, man. So you obviously a Muslim, right?
Alhamdulillah.
Man, I want you to be honest with me. Seriously,
Yeah.
I want you to be really honest with me. I want you to look at that picture there. Look at that picture next to you and tell me, when you see pictures like this in Afghanistan, does that tell you?
My mom actually.
Say
My
again?
mom actually. My mom actually.
Is your mom? Are you from Afghanistan?
No, I'm not from Afghanistan, but she wears like this.
Yeah, but so when you see,
and you know, she wears like this ever since she was 17. So
okay.
yeah.
But that's not my question right now.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just telling you,
focusing because your mother
I have
doesn't
been
want to.
inside this community. This is the thing I want to tell you, that I have been inside this. I know how is it like.
Okay, well that's what I'm asking.
How is it like?
Let me hang on a second. When you look at this particular one, not the black ones that your mom wears or the the fancy ones that your mom wears. I'm talking now specifically in Afghanistan. When you see these women in Afghanistan, whether they're begging on the side of the street, walking next to the cars, do you think that they did this by choice?
The veiling
I'm talking
itself.
particularly about Afghanistan now.
Yes, particularly about Afghanistan. Yeah, the veiling itself. Yes, it was by choice, but them going around and begging, no, I think this is out of necessity.
Okay, and no. So you saying that in Afghanistan, the woman chose to wear this blue thing?
Yeah, especially that they can not wear this blue thing, and there are lots of women in Afghanistan that don't wear that blue thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
So hang on. You obviously sound like an intelligent dude. You said you went to the uni, right? When you go and do research about Afghanistan now and you see how the Sharia is taking over and how they beat the woman for not covering like this, and how they you have special policing that are checking to see that women are covered like this, does that tell you that they are free to do this?
Well, the police thing and all that, that's not about Islam, because
why would the police come in then? Why are there police that specifically check the dress of these women?
Amazing, yeah. And who told you that's from Sharia? Like, did the Prophet ﷺ do that?
Well, show me where Muhammad said to cover like a tent. Show me where Muhammad said to cover like this.
Exactly, he didn't say that, and he didn't say go around checking all the women in the street.
So let's start again. So then, if it's not in Islam, if you're not taught to dress like this in Islam, and you covered up like this in Islam, and it's not from Allah, then it's from man, correct?
Neither nor, because
so you just said it's not in Islam.
From right? Allah.
Can you show me? Okay, hang on, brother. Show me the verse in the Quran where it says to dress like this, to cover like this.
It's not about dressing like this or covering like this, all right? And I can show you the verse, but let's that.
Show me the verse.
The order is about modesty.
Okay,
right?
How is this? Watch this. How is this modest?
Of course, it's modest. It's not. I'm so sorry if I'm gonna say this or this is gonna hurtful. This is gonna be hurtful, but like in the West. All right, you guys, the women, I'm so sorry, but when last time I went to the United States, all the women are going around in super short shorts, going around with, I'm so sorry to say this, but like their butts are sticking out, their other things are really showing really bad. So yeah, I'm so sorry, but like, yeah, this is just disgusting for me.
No, okay, so now we have something interesting.
But yeah, I think yes, this is 100% better.
Okay, so you're saying this is better. So hang on a second. If I show you videos now of a woman dressed like this and still getting harassed by men, by grown men, whose fault is it? Is it the woman's fault or the man's fault?
The man's fault.
Okay,
Unless
stop
she
there, stop there, stop there. Let's go slowly. Let's go slowly. If a woman is dressed with short shorts and a man sees the woman with short shorts, what are his options?
In Islam, he only has one
No,
option.
no, not in Islam, not in Islam. A man who sees a woman walking by and she's got these short shorts on with her butt hanging out, what are his options?
Well, there are infinite options, but they come down to two options. One of them is either looking away, the Islamic way, or that he continues looking, which is disgusting. And shows
Okay,
that
so beautiful, so beautiful. So if he continues looking, whose fault is it?
whose fault is it? The man.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the man's fault again, right?
Yeah.
So either way, it's the man's fault because she can do what she wants. She can walk how she wants, but it's the man's fault for not lowering his gaze and looking away, correct?
Not quite, because it's also the woman's fault for like not covering up.
Okay,
So
but I just said to you that if a woman covers up totally, sorry, but if a woman is totally covered like this, she still gets harassed by men. So if she's dressed like this, like a tent or an umbrella, okay, it's not her fault. So if it's the man, now watch this. So the woman is punished for being a woman, and she has to cover herself like an umbrella or a tent, like a ninja postbox. She has to now walk around like that instead of the man gorging out his eyes. So she must suffer because a man can't control himself, correct?
No.
Have you ever had your face covered like this in the heat?
In the heat, yes.
Okay, so I was in Abu Dhabi, and in Abu Dhabi, I think it was 48 degrees Celsius, and it was so hot, right? So I took my t-shirt, I was on the beach, took my t-shirt off, and I had it on my head. And there was a bit of wind, so I was on a phone, and I couldn't really speak because of the wind. So I took my t-shirt and I covered my head so I could talk on the phone.
Yeah, cool.
It was so uncomfortable underneath my t-shirt with the heat and trying to breathe and speak. So here's my question. You guys are forcing these women to cover up so that you don't get tempted by them. Can I ask you, Guy, has a woman ever been tempted by a guy? Has a woman ever been tempted by a man?
I think if he talks to her in like that specific way or something, I think yes. But I don't
No,
think
no,
that
no. If a woman is standing, right, watch this. If a woman is, if your wife is standing next to you and Brad Pitt goes by, do you think she'll get the tingle in the wingle? Do you think she'll be wanting to go, he's a nice looking man?
Nope.
You won't do that?
Nah.
Why not?
I mean, in the case it's like the wife I pick, I don't think so. Because,
okay, so you think that because she doesn't tell you, it doesn't happen? You think because she doesn't tell you that she's not seeing it and experiencing it? You think that women don't get turned on looking at another man?
I don't think that's as simple as looking at them.
You don't. Well, then I guess you don't have a girlfriend. I guess you don't. Hang on. I don't think you have a girlfriend or a wife just yet. I don't think you know a woman just yet, because I'm telling you as a grown-ass man and knowing, being part of this world, that women, yes, they do look, and yes, they do have wants and needs.
Do you mind me talking?
Yeah, you can talk now.
Right. The way I when that happens to me, right? That like, when I was at the US and I saw whatever I saw, I lowered my gaze and I looked away. Right?
I'm not talking about you now. I'm talking about women.
Oh, please,
I'm
please,
asking
please.
you specifically
Yes,
about
please
women.
let me talk to the
Hang
end,
on.
brother.
Do you think that women don't look at men?
If she looks, it's her fault, and yes, she's wrong for doing so.
Okay,
and the Quran
so I get you.
her
Listen,
gaze,
guy,
which is something that they should.
Okay, so if a woman can be tempted by a man, why don't we see men covered up like post boxes or ninjas or tents walking around so they don't show their ankles or their wrists or their faces.
And guess what? You are not allowed to show your ankles specifically in Islam, and for your
Rubbish.
wrists. What do you mean it's rubbish?
It's rubbish. Show me anywhere where a man can't show his ankles or wrists.
Yes, I can show you that actually.
Sure.
Wait. I just don't really remember the nos of the hadith, but yes, it wasn't. But yes, it's not allowed for a man to show like from like his what was it called again? I forgot the name in English. The little hole you have into your stomach.
Navel.
What was it? Oh yeah, from navel to knee.
Have you ever been to the beach?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go to the beach, you've never seen men swimming around with shorts on. In fact, Travis got the picture. Travis, can you come up and show me the picture of the man in the water with his ninja wife standing on the beach, where he is swimming and she is standing there like the umbrella waiting to be opened? Because I want you to understand, women have needs and women are able to look at men and get urges. And if you're saying that only the men get urges and women don't, then you obviously never met a woman before. And if you think that covering yourself like this, it's not because of the woman, it's because the man can't control himself. So watch this. I'm going to show you another picture. Tell me what you think about this picture, right? Why should a 6-year-old be covered like this?
No, a 6-year-old shouldn't be.
How old must you be before you can be covered like that?
The age of puberty.
Okay, so at the age, so if a woman gets a child gets a puberty at 9, she should cover like this?
Not entirely like this, but yeah.
Or what do you mean not entirely like this? How do you cover?
Generally, you shouldn't like be covered like this. The most important part is that you wear the hijab and that yes, you're modest from head to toe.
Okay, so at 9 years old, if I see a 9-year-old dressed like this, is that because they are scared that the men would be looking at the little 9-year-old that just had a period?
No.
So I'm asking you to help me understand, because the women in Islam are the biggest victims of the world. This is what Aisha said. She said, why are the believing women the worst treated or the worst, behave, the worst treated in the world because of the way men are with women? So if a woman dresses like, if a child at 9 dresses like this, is it to prepare the child for later, or is it to get them used to it, or what is the plan? What's going on?
Number one, she shouldn't be dressed entirely like this. The niqab, it's not a part of the thing that
How old must you be to put the niqab on?
The niqab, no, it's not. It doesn't have an age. The important part is you wear them, not the niqab.
The burqa.
The niqab is,
The burqa. How old must you be?
neither though. Nor
Okay.
the burqa.
So then now watch this now, right? So watch this. So we have a 9-year-old. You say she's mature at 9, but she doesn't need to be covered at 9. She can still play in her little shorts and play on the playground and in the swings.
Wait. She has to cover her head, her hair, but her face, no, she doesn't have to.
Okay. Now tell me, why must she cover her hair? Why must she cover her hair?
To prepare her till she gets older.
What does the hair signify that needs to be covered?
I mean, yeah, it's some parts of that Allah doesn't want the men be looking at of the woman.
Have you ever looked at a woman's hair and got excited? Have you ever looked at a woman's hair and got excited?
I lower my gaze no matter what, so yeah, it doesn't really get that far. Never have really stayed.
But you've seen women's hair before, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever looked at a woman's hair and got excited?
Not excited in the way that you mean. Excited.
Okay. Have you ever heard of any one of your friends that looks at a woman's hair and gets excited?
Yes.
You have friends that do that look at women's hair?
I mean, yeah, not in that sense, but they be like, oh, I have a crush on this girl, her hair, oh yeah, it's amazing, it's beautiful, and that type of shit.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I'm glad you said that type of shit, because now I want you to pay attention again. Yeah. Do you think it's normal to get excited looking at someone's hair?
I think maybe. Not sure, to be honest.
Maybe. Okay, so now watch. Have you ever looked at a woman's butt? Can you compare hair and a woman's butt? I mean, if there's a nice bum walking by and you said it's hanging out the bottom of the shorts, you turn. Would you rather look at the hair or the butt?
I'd rather look at neither.
I understand you'd rather not, but yes, you do. So I'm asking you, which do you focus on, the butt or the hair?
As like the animalistic urge, lustful thing, yes, my attention would go to the butt, I think.
Beautiful. Is the butt exposed or is it covered?
Covered.
And yet you still look at it. So it doesn't matter how the woman is covered, you will still look at her.
Nope.
What does she need for you? Okay, this is what I'm saying. A perverted mind is always perverted. And you can cover the woman with layers of duvets and layers of jackets, and you can bury her deep down in the sand. You will still look for the form of her butt because that's what you're doing, even though it's covered. So it doesn't matter if the woman's hair is covered or not, you're still going to look at her and want her because you're a man. Again, you said the butt that you look at is covered, yet you're still looking at that butt. So it's not her fault, it's your fault. It's you. You can't control yourself, my man.
That's true. That's true. That's 100% true. I'm with you on this, right? That yes, something like sexual harassment is 100% the man's fault.
But
right?
we agree. But we agree.
Even brother, you're always cutting me off. Please, I beg you, let me finish to the end. Right? What I was saying is that yes, but you saying that is the same as me saying, right, I'm gonna leave my house, I'm not gonna lock the door, right? And yeah, whoever comes inside, it's their fault. I mean, like a thief would always want like to steal from my house. So yeah, and it would be like their fault. So yeah, I don't really have to like close the lock outside.
Yeah. So now that we understand each other. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, now that we understand each other, it doesn't matter how the woman covers, or a man will still look, because as you said, it's animalistic instinct.
Yeah.
So if a woman walks by you in a ninja outfit, right?
Yeah.
You will still look. Why? Because it's part and parcel of the nature of a man, correct?
I will not look at me specifically, despite like whatever she wears. But yes, the chance of somebody being like looking at her, yes, it's way more less. Yeah.
What about the man? As we said, women look too. So what have men in Islam done to stop women from looking at them? Isn't the beard on a man supposed to be a very prestigious thing in Islam? The beard. Allah Muhammad said a man must grow a beard, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
And the bigger the beard, the more the nicer the beard, the better it is, right? I mean, you look great with a nice beard, right?
I mean, not really, but yes, I guess. Like that has nothing to do with the size of the beard. The size is fixed.
Yeah, but a beard is supposed to be something like that's. But it's supposed to be something attractive, correct?
No, not attractive.
I mean, it looks nice.
It looks nice, but it's not supposed to be something like attractive. It's something like, some of like the distinctions between like men and women. Like, you know how like women have like really long hair and like feminine stuff. Also, men should have like really big beards. I mean, the Hadith says like it should be like around the size of a fist, around your face.
Beautiful. And so now we have a problem. Now we have a problem.
The man needs to cover, right, from navel to knee.
Yeah, navel to knee. What about the upper chest? I mean, I know women that love the man's upper body, nice strong chest, big arms, she likes the strong beard and stuff. Now, if a woman likes a man with a beard, then shouldn't the man cover his beard just to make sure that the woman doesn't lust after him?
No, because I don't think that would be like really that much, so that it would be like lost over.
I want you to do me a favor, my man. And as I said, I don't think that you know woman. I don't think that you've understood woman. I don't think you've ever had a woman, and that's not insult. I'm being honest.
I know.
What I'm saying to you is,
next time, by the way, I never.
Say again.
And I'm proud, by the way, that I never did, because it's.
My brother, I'm proud of you as well. Please don't misunderstand me.
It's okay.
But what I'm saying is, that when the day comes and you actually have a conversation with a woman, you'll notice that women like certain things about men, right?
Okay.
And because they like certain things about men, it means that that's attractive to them. Now, if it's attractive to them, it means that the next time they see that, they will be attracted to it. So you can't tell me that women don't get attracted to men by, for example, a nice beard, because I can show you sites where women are asking men or pay men to touch beards and look at beards and stuff. Just for example, all I'm saying to you is that women have feelings. Women can look at a man and get a tingle. And because of that, the question would be, it goes both ways. Why don't the Muslim men cover like these Muslim women do and feel how disgusting and awful it is to be put behind this, the jail, the prison cell of a head covering, right? That's what it is. It's just putting them back into jail. They're sitting behind this thing, and I watch videos of people eating with this crap on their faces. Have you ever watched a Muslim?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my mom outside whenever we are at a restaurant or something, she does eat with it.
Okay, and you know that every person sitting there looks at your mom and thinks, what an absolute idiot. No disrespect to your mother. I'm just talking in general. Every non-Muslim looks at her and thinks, what the hell is wrong with this woman?
Haven't been in that setting really, and I'm not really
because you don't listen to what the people are saying. They're not saying it to you. All I'm saying to you is, I am one of those people that look at these Muslim women and I feel like ripping it off their heads and thinking to myself, stop acting like an idiot. Eat properly. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you something. And I want you to, again, this is because, 1 second, I want to show you something. Just give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, watch this, right? I found it and I'll show it to you guys. Let me just hang on a second. Let me just okay, watch this, guys. Let me just okay, let me just turn that up there. There we go. So it says stop eating. Let me turn the sound up. Hang on.
Instead, I'm going to show you. Stop eating.
Okay, watch this, guys.
Like this within a carb. Instead, I'm going to show you a better way with less and less. So what? Stop eating like this within a carb. Instead, I'm going to show you a better way with less and less. So what?
You see that? That's the better way to eat without any carb. Less mess. See that? That's how a normal person should eat, because that's how God created us. Not to be put behind bars for the rest of our lives, because a man can't control his urges. Now, you can tell me this. Your best example to mankind is Muhammad, correct? For the people asking about nuns, notice the big difference. Nuns don't cover their heads like ninjas. A nun will not walk around like this. A nun covers her hair and her head, because she's also, as the Islam stole from the Jews and stole from the Christians, has to do with modesty. You'll never find a nun covered like this.
And yeah, it has been closed. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyways, what I was saying, right, is that Muhammad. I'm sorry, sometimes I relapse. What is required for Islam, as in like Muslim women, it's not the covering of the face, it's the covering of her head and her hair.
But you said that your mom covers her head.
Yeah, my mom just does, because for extra modesty. But yeah, she has the choice to.
When you say extra modesty, how old must a woman be to stop wearing that? Because it's to stop men from lusting over the woman, correct?
Stop wearing that. It is when she's like really that old that she like doesn't get.
How old is really old?
That she doesn't really get like that, like sort of like period anymore.
Okay, so when she hits menstruation, so yeah, around 50.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, so you telling me
My
that
grandma
at
actually
50,
stopped wearing it at that age. So yeah,
okay,
because she
okay.
had like problems with
So
her
you don't
breathing and
think,
stuff.
my man, you don't think that men look at women over 50?
Hmm?
You don't think that men look at women over 50?
Wait a minute, there are men who are like I know I'm sorry, but like there are like young men who look like at women at like 50. Like I understand if it's like a 60 or 70-year-old man, but like I'm sorry, but there are men who look at women over 50.
Yeah. Is that a problem?
That's disgusting.
You think it's
What the-
disgusting to look at a woman over 50?
Lustfully, yes.
Oh,
Lustfully,
my
yes.
Lord.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
Oh,
There
my
are
Lord.
men
I
who do
told you,
that.
you're young, man. You calling, so any man that looks at your mom, who's more disgusting? Your mom after 50 or the one looking at your mother before 50?
The one looking at my mother over 50, yes.
Okay.
100% that
Are you,
person.
as I said, my man, you have never understood a woman. Never. And now we're talking about lowering your gaze. You said lower your gaze, right?
Yeah.
Sunan Abi Dawood, 2151. Muhammad saw a woman, so he entered upon Zainab.
Wait a minute. Sunan.
Abi Dawood, 2181. Just for clarification for everybody, how many wives did Muhammad have?
I think like 9, and he had like 3 concubines.
Only 3?
Hmm?
He only had 3 concubines.
Yeah, I think.
When you say right hand, when you say concubines, you mean sex slaves, right?
No.
What's the
Like
difference between a
slaves,
sex slave and a
like
concubine?
female slaves in general. Like
Say again?
female slaves in general. Nothing like specific for sex. We don't have
But
that.
hang on. You said it's not specific for sex, but they're female slaves. You said they were concubines. So did he have sex slaves or concubines?
What's the difference? I'm sorry.
A concubine is not a slave.
Yeah.
So Muhammad had sex slaves. So now we've got.
No,
let's just focus. I'll
for
give
sex.
you whatever you said. I'll give you. So he got 9 wives. He's got sex. He's got concubines. I'll give you concubines, right? And the Hadith says that he used to sleep with all his wives in one night. Correct?
He did that once, I think. Yeah.
Not once. That's what he did. It says he used to go to his wives every night, and he'd go to all his wives in one night. Now watch this.
You sure the Hadith
In this
said
Hadith, say again.
You sure the Hadith said that?
Yes, the Hadith said that.
Wait a minute. No, I gotta fact check this because I think it has
You
been
can
like
check anything you want, my man.
I'm pretty sure that he did it like once before he died, but yeah, I think like each one of them had like some days per week, something like that. But wait a minute.
I'll give you a couple of examples. The Prophet used to visit all his wives in one night, and he had 9 wives at the time. The Prophet used to go around and have sexual relations with all his wives in one night, and he had 9 wives. The Prophet passed by having sexual relation with all his wives in one night, and at the time he had 9 wives. All Bukhari so far. Sunan Ibn Majah, the Prophet went around all of his wives in one night, and he had a bath. It was said to him, yada, 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 all his wives. Sahih Muslim, I will go around. Okay, that's a different one. It was narrated by Ibn Abbas when the messenger died. Yet 9. Okay, that's 9 wives. Let me see. Anyway, so these are the ones that I just found off the top of my of Sunnah.
Yes, listed all of them, but sexual relations. I'm sorry, but can you get like the Hadith number and source?
Sahih Bukhari 5068.
Sahih al-Bukhari
5068 5215. Dude, there's loads, man.
I'm sorry, again? Like anyone.
Which one did I say? 5068.
5068. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يطوف على نسائه في ليلة واحدة وله 9 نسوة. يطوف here is that he visited all of them.
Yeah, he had sexual intercourse. It says that if you go, my man. What do you think he's visiting his wives to do? Play chess?
No, I don't know, but maybe just like sitting and because seriously? I don't think
seriously.
I'm
seriously,
sorry, bro.
come on, man. Come on,
No,
man.
come on. No, you come on. He said كان يطوف. He didn't say كان يجامع. There's a big difference.
Okay. Anyway, you can say that.
You don't know if it's like sexual relations or not.
It's well, the English tells us. The English actually tell us that it was sexual relations. It actually puts it in brackets to make it easy
I
for
don't
us
care
to
about the
understand.
English. I'm an Arab that understands Arabic. That hadith
Okay.
was said in Arabic, and the hadith says يطوف.
Okay, can you tell me what is the meaning of nikah?
Nikah?
Yeah.
Sexual intercourse.
Okay. So what is the word for marriage?
Wait a minute. All right, let's wait a minute. Right, nikah is when you get married and you do sexual intercourse, like you do like.
No. Don't add to it. Don't add to it. Tell me what is the word. Hang on. What is the word?
You're the one who asked me. What the hell? Oh, you.
You put your foot in it now, man. Tell everybody what is the word for marriage.
For marriage?
Yeah.
Generally, it's zawaj.
Okay. So, can you show me where Muhammad married any of his wives?
Muhammad
married. He did nikah with his wives.
Nikah is them getting married and doing sexual.
No, it's not. Nikah translated means sexual intercourse. But anyway, we're diverting. I've only got one.
Diverting.
We've got, listen, I've got 45 minutes. Let me just focus now. So in the hadith, Muhammad, instead of lowering his gaze in Sunan Abi Dawud 2151, he sees a woman and he goes inside and he jumps his wife Zainab, correct?
Wait a minute. Sunan Abi Dawud
2151.
2151.
Yeah. Can you read it in Arabic and then tell everybody what it says?
Wait a minute.
I was hoping to have females. If there's any females that want to come up, Muslim women that want to come up and tell me that this is okay to wear this tent, looks like an umbrella. Can any Muslim woman come up and tell me that you would wear this and this is not a part of making you, degrading you, humiliating you? Because, I think it's humiliation at its finest. I think the women have been lied to and told to wear this, and they believe that it's their choice.
2151.
2151. Can you read that? Sahih Sunan Abi Dawud.
But yeah. حدثنا أحمد بن عمر ابن السرح حدثنا ابن وهب عن حيوة ابن شريح وابن لهيعة عن يزيد بن أبي حبيب عن أسلم أبي عمران قال غزونا من المدينة نريد القسطنطينية وعلى الجماعة عبد الرحمن بن خالد بن الوليد والروم ملصقة ظهورهم بحائط المدينة فحمد رجل من العدو فقال للناس مهما لا إله إلا الله يلقي بيديه إلى التهلكة فقال أبو أيوب إنما نزلت هذه الآية فينا معشر الأنصار لما نصر الله نبيه.
Yeah, you got the first part, right? You saw what Muhammad did, right? Did a woman walk by and Muhammad looked at her and got excited?
Oh, it's talking about war.
Yeah, what happened there? Tell us about the woman and Zainab.
It's not talking about Zainab. It doesn't mention her at all. It says
okay, does it talk about a woman walking past Muhammad and then he goes into his wife Zainab?
No mention of any woman here.
You sure you're on Sunan Abi Dawud 2151?
Yeah, 2151. It says it's about the Rome when they went to in Fath al-Qustantiniya.
Hang on a second, let me just double check that.
Yeah, because I think I got the wrong hadith.
Yeah, you have the wrong one. It's Sunan Abi Dawud 2151. It's in front of me. It says, Jabir said, the Prophet saw a woman, so he entered upon Zainab, daughter of Jansh.
Wait a minute. إن المرأة تقبل على صورة الشيطان فمن وجد من ذلك شيئا فليأتي أهله فإنه يضمر ما في نفسه. The one that says if that the woman comes على صورة في صورة الشيطان that she comes and it's by the temptation of the devil.
No. Yeah, a woman advances in the form of the devil.
I mean, yeah, it's not like that really, but yeah,
Not like that, really. So let's focus now. So Muhammad has sex with slaves, he has sex with his wives, and yet he gets excited looking at women walking by, correct?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Why didn't Muhammad lower his gaze when the woman walked by? He couldn't control his manly urges. He runs to his wife. And then he tells the Sahaba, hey, dude, you must be careful of the woman because they come in the form of a devil. Why didn't he lower his gaze and be a good example?
Exactly, that's what he did. He lowered his gaze, and then he went back to his wife, and he did what he did.
Okay, so as I said to you, you said Muhammad has 9 wives. It says that Muhammad used to go to each of his wives.
Stay over there. I'm sorry, hang on.
No. So we've got Muhammad sleeps with his slaves. Muhammad sleeps with his 9 wives. And he still gets excited watching women walk by. Now, here's my question. At the time when this happened, were the women covered like tents as well, like this ninja next to you?
Nope.
They weren't covered.
No, I don't know. Because
so you don't know
that.
Say again?
Yeah, I can't really tell you like 100% did they cover, did they not cover, because the Hadith doesn't.
But we know that Muhammad is the one that said that they must cover, right? No, actually it was Umar, but Muhammad took it and said Allah gave it. But that's fine. So now the women are supposed to be covered. Muhammad is the best example to mankind, and he forces women to dress like this ninja next to you just so that he doesn't get excited and then run to his wife.
I think that's amazing what he did. And yeah, what he did here, all right? Number one, you don't know if the woman was covered or not, right? And that's really
Did Muhammad lower his gaze?
Yes, he did. He didn't stay over there looking at her. And if he was like this, like lustful thing you want to like portray him as, what he could have done, he could have said that, oh, I received the revelation, I must marry that woman or something.
The dude had no self-control because it wasn't the woman's fault. It wasn't the woman's fault. She was just walking.
There is no
was
fault.
The woman just walking by?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Muhammad look at her?
He lowered his gaze. There's a difference.
He didn't lower his gaze because if he lowered his gaze, if he lowered his gaze, he would not have looked at her. But because he looked at her, and he was such a sex addict, he couldn't control himself. With 9 wives, 6 slaves, he still gets excited by the average woman just walking on by.
Run your mouth. Are you gonna let me talk? There's a very big difference between saw and looked. And he didn't look, he saw. She was passing by, he saw her. What he did,
how do you see if you don't look?
Huh?
How do you see if you don't look?
How do you see it? Nothing like passes by and you like see it? That doesn't happen?
Then you looked, right?
You unintentionally see it? Does that not happen with you?
Do you agree that Muhammad had the choice to tell the Sahaba that this is the type of woman that she can tempt you? Or he could say to the Sahaba, why did you look at the woman when you know she's not your wife?
He didn't look.
Oh my God. Thanks for coming, guy. Thanks for coming. Sit in the chats and watch this. Unbelievable. He didn't look, and yet he did look because he saw, but he didn't see. Make it make sense. Guys, I want Muslims only. If you're not a Muslim, I'm dropping you. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, he didn't look, but he saw. That's embarrassing. I didn't invite anyone, guys. Hey, Travis, God bless you. Hang on a sec. Travis, can you put that picture up of the beach with the guys in the water and his poor umbrella standing there stuck in the sand?
I was just getting ready to do that, bro. I got you right now.
Hang on, let me bring Butterfly up. Butterfly, please come up. Now I'm the one manipulating and changing things. Hang on, I got someone else requesting. Nope. Notice the difference, guys. Muhammad himself is the best example to mankind. Can't lower his gaze. Tells Muslims, lower your gaze. Muhammad has sex slaves. He goes and bangs them. Muhammad has 9 wives. He goes and sleeps with them. Muhammad goes and he goes and, takes women as captives. Come on, man. Or is it? Sorry, I'm not sure who requested, but they disappeared afterwards. James, be careful what you talk. Come up and have a conversation with me, man. I'm not sure why you're saying be careful. Just come on up.
Hey, James, if I send it on Telegram, can you add it?
I sure can.
All right, hold on a second. I think. Hey, good morning, Amen. God bless, bro. I love this topic, man. This ties
guys,
into
I'm only on until for another 45 minutes. Or now it's 25 minutes. 2:30. I've got to. No, sorry, 3:30. Woohoo! I've got a couple of more time.
Nice. Hey, this should be a 2-day stream, friend, because this ties into female FGM. It ties into child marriage, like the treatment of women in general.
Well, you missed the introduction with this guy, because this guy said some crazy things. Crazy stuff.
Oh, I bet he did. But the way the burqa was introduced,
guys, just for 1 second. I'm going to go live tomorrow, but from Thursday to Monday, I'm away. Thursday to Monday, I'm not going to be around. Amin will probably go live and stuff. And then I'll be back again on Tuesday next week. So for those that are not yet following the YouTube, which is doing really well, please follow, subscribe, comment, share. Yesterday's live, we already got over 2,000 people watching it, meaning that people are interested. And yesterday's live was talking about paganism, Kaaba. People are coming back. I'll promise you, I've got over 100,000 views. Nothing to shout about, but I don't think I'm, up there with the best of them. I'm just a little me, and we just, having conversations with Muslims. This is what it's about: real conversations with real Muslims, and more people are coming in to listen and learn. And we get so much of feedback from people that didn't know the stuff. Yeah, sorry, that we just really appreciate you guys. Just know that.
So I threw that photo on Telegram, and Muslim women, look at this and see if this looks fair to you. The husband swimming in the ocean with no shirt on, while the Muslim lady stuck on the beach in her 110-degree ninja outfit. This was all brought about so the Muslims knew who they could grope and who not to grope of the captured slave girls. Muhammad's companion got onto one of the slave girls. She wanted to put the burqa on so that she wouldn't get fondled by the Muslim animals, and she got rebuked and said, "You trying to?" It stole the woman's identity because the man can't control his lust. You do something about the Muslims' problem, women.
So this is the picture I wanted to show this guy, right? Because he was saying that a woman can go to the beach and a man must cover. Does that man look like he's covered in the beach? The man is not supposed to show his navel and down. But we know, you know what he said, Travis? Women don't get excited looking at men. Women don't have ideas and thoughts about men that they see. Because the guy's he's never been with a woman. He doesn't know women, which is fine. I'm not going to knock him for that. Bless him for that. But he doesn't understand woman. He's saying, woman don't look. No, woman, He said, woman don't look. Woman never look. So the woman is covered up like a tent. She looks like an umbrella, unopened. She looks like a post box with a slit by the eyes. And then they tell you that, woman don't look. That's because they've never met a woman before. This is because when they look at them, they think that this is a woman.
Exactly, friend. That's funny. So my grandmother actually got on to me. My great grandmother got on to me because she was all about being modest and conservative. She was like, don't you think that when you go to these jobs and you take your shirt off and you know get to working and you get sweaty, and so do you think like you're provoking lust in women and stuff like that? And I told her I'd never thought about it before, but women do look at men. They look at men's arms, they look at their chest.
They look beards. What about the beards?
Yeah.
There's women that love men with beards. Now these Muslim men grow their beards and they're so proud of it, right? They lead with the beard. I mean, if Study walked in the room, his beard would enter first and last.
Exactly, man. Some of our beards are so long we can take off from America and land in China, and the beard will still be in America.
God bless.
Hey, God bless you, Banku.
God bless you, Banku.
But you guys, this is a law putting the responsibility on the woman for the man not being able to control his desires and his lustful looks. So Allah comes up with the solution.
No, Travis muted. If Travis muted, I wanted to speak for all the women because I'm at work right now, so I can't be on here, and I want to, just engage a little bit if it's okay. Okay. So, on behalf of all women, we love a man with a nice chest. So when you ain't got a shirt on, we looking for that 6-pack or that like solid build. We like that nice arms, nice lips, nice eyes, nice butt cheeks. Because y'all like smacking, we like smacking too. We don't like a flat booty. Okay. So Muhammad forgot about that. We have eyes to see.
Well, this is why I asked him. If a woman walks by and he looks at her butt, he said, yes, he'd look at her butt because of the animal instincts. But that's why I asked him, well, isn't the butt covered? So it doesn't matter if it's covered or not. It's not her fault that the man is looking. It's because the man. So why doesn't he gorge out his eyes? Instead of that, why doesn't he just put blindfolders on? Cover your eyes. Go, don't look. Take your eyes out your head. Why must a woman clip down the bottom? Because it's too exciting for her, but a man can still hold his eyes. He can keep his eyes in his head. Get rid of your eyes. Stop looking. Lower your gaze. Even these women in Afghanistan that are dressed like this are having SA on them because it's the man's fault, not the woman's.
Yep. Doesn't the Middle East have the highest SA assault?
I'm not too sure about that, but you must remember that over there, they don't even report it anymore. How many women have come forward now in Hajj that have been touched, groped, squeezed, touched at Hajj?
Exactly. And in those numbers, Islam doesn't have a concept of marital graping or marital SA because Islam sees the woman as the man's property. He can do what he wants with her. There's no concept of marital graping. So imagine all those numbers that aren't reported as well.
Yep.
So if there's any Muslim females, if there's any Muslim female that wants to come up. People like Aiden says, keep lying. Come up, prove us wrong. Come up and tell us that we made a mistake or we don't understand something. But come up, don't sit in the chats, giving an opportunity. Because so far, we've had one Muslim come up and tell us that even if the woman is covered, he will still look at her.
So to you Muslim ladies out there that don't know, Umar was begging for these veiling verses. Muhammad was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Nah, we're not going to have our women burqa up. So you know what Umar does? He waits until Muhammad's wife goes and does poo-poo, and then he waits and he screams out, Sauda, we see you! And the Hadith even record he did this in hopes that the veiling verses would be revealed. And then guess what happens, everyone? Muhammad reveals the veiling verses because this is Dial a DJ Day. You can request Quran verses if you bust Muhammad's wife doing something. It wasn't until Muhammad's wife got busted naked by Umar doing poo-poo that you guys have to burqa up.
Facts.
That's right. And this is why, guys, this topic is going to go today and tomorrow. Unfortunately, today I've got to leave in an hour and a half. Things to do. Yeah, go on.
No, I'm saying in the one that was talking about women's rights, there's a hadith, which is in my book. But like I said, I'm at work, or else I would love to engage more on this. But there's literally a hadith, or it was a scholar that was speaking, that says that women shouldn't even learn anything besides just Surah An-Nisa. After that, you should just be sewing and cooking and keep silent. Don't speak loud. Lower your voice. It's better not to even speak as a woman. So if you're talking about rights for women in Islam, that's something that they don't have.
Assalamu alaikum. What's going on, guys?
Walaikum salam.
Hey, bro. Good morning.
Oh, you know, actually, my bad. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, there you go.
Used to be a party couch.
So Banku, I don't know if you've seen it. I can find a link and send it to you, but like I know Travis and James probably know. You guys remember when the Taliban took over Afghanistan?
Yes.
Yeah, and then Vice went over there. So Vice went over there. So if you got, like, for those who don't know in the audience, Vice is like not to get political, but they are pretty left leaning in terms of the political spectrum. But they're hey, what's going on? Just give me a second, Perry. So Vice went over to Afghanistan, and they sent a woman over there. Out of all of the people they could have sent, they sent a woman over there to interview the leaders of the Taliban at that time. So one of the questions that she asked them, she said, okay, like, you know, now that you guys are in power, what does this mean for women's rights? And bro, they looked at her and they just started laughing, bro. They said, women's rights. Yeah. They said, what women's rights, bro? What are you talking about? Bro, it's so bad that they literally took all of the women out of school, dude. Like, there is no school, bro. If you're a woman, the only thing you're there for is to be looked at. And not even that.
Okay, I have it on my screen now. Just a second, I've got the video on my screen now.
That's awesome. And shortly after that, they gave the women the right to shut up. They're like forbidding women to even speak in public.
Exactly, bro. Like, what in the world?
Yeah, I have the article, man. It's wild.
And then what's funny is while James is pulling that up, you guys know Lily J, right? The Australian chick that's been jugging all the Muslims with this Chat GPT thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, she said she was doing, like, you know, all these videos or whatever. So then the Muslim men kept commenting, saying, like, you know, why aren't you covered up? You're showing your beauty. You're showing your beauty. You need to cover up. You need to cover up. And I don't even think she's a Muslim, but for Eid this past yesterday or whatever, or the day before yesterday, whenever it was, she covered up. And the Muslims started commenting, and they were like, "Oh, mashallah, you're more beautiful. You're more beautiful when you cover up." So then she ended up posting on Twitter. She said, "Wait a minute. I thought that the purpose of me veiling myself was to cover my beauty, but now I'm more beautiful now that I'm veiled. So which is it?" It's crazy, dude. Like,
so the other half of her brain was working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Let
bro.
me just engage with Perry. Perry, are you a Muslim? Perry.
Hey, James, that hadith is Bukhari 6240, where Umar made the women veil because of pooping. I think people in the audience don't believe us.
Guys, please be a Muslim if I bring you up, right? And team, I'm going to bring you guys up. Please be a Muslim. Auntie, you Muslim?
What's up? Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, good man. Can I ask you, this picture next to you, this is a particular picture from women in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Have you ever watched the women in Afghanistan or the videos regarding Afghanistan and these
Yeah,
women?
yeah. I've been there for the last 2 years. I've been there 2 times. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? Do they dress like this and walk around
Yeah,
like this?
they obviously, yeah, because they are righteous women who fear God.
Okay, so only a woman that dresses like this is righteous and fears God?
No, that's not what I said.
I'm asking you, is only so you can also wear shorts and a t-shirt and be righteous and fear God, correct?
In a sense, you could. Yes.
In a sense, so like Allah's a father in a sense. So now
What?
that we know that in a
What do you say?
sense,
Oh,
nothing,
sorry.
no, it's just a passing remark. So
Oh, okay, okay.
so if a woman is dressed like this, what is the point of this type of clothes?
What do you mean? The point?
Who's she doing it for? I mean, what's the point of it?
For God?
You think God is looking at the outside of the woman, right?
No.
Okay, so what does God focus on?
What do you mean? On her actions, on her obedience towards Him?
Okay, so that's all. That the actions and obedience, is that from the inside or the outside?
What do you mean inside and outside? Do you mean like
Because
physical
does
form?
God look at you from the inside, your spirit, how you behave and what you do, or does He look at how you dress and what you wear?
Part of obedience towards God is how you dress.
Okay, can you show me where it says in your Quran that you must cover like this, like a tent?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So who's making these women dress like this?
What do you mean making?
I'm asking you, why would a
Actually,
woman? Have you
why?
watch this? Hang on,
Let me
Auntie.
tell you.
Have
Let
you
me tell you
ever
something.
covered your head like this
Wait, let
in
me
40 degree Celsius?
Let me educate you on this. Okay,
Educate
so
me, thank you.
sorry.
I said educate me, thank you.
Sure, yeah. The farz, if you know what that means, the
No.
obligatory parts to cover for a woman is everything except for the face and hands. This is a consensus. But
So just stop there. You said face. You mustn't cover the face and hands.
no, everything is obligatory except for the hands and face.
So when she covers her face now, so then it's not for Allah, it's for who?
It's a sunnah. The
Yeah, but you
wife
said
of
you
the
don't. It's not an obligation to cover your hands and face, correct?
Bro, do you know the difference between a sunnah and obligation? Like,
No,
are you
okay.
you're
You just,
ridiculing
No.
I
yourself
told you, you're
online?
educating me today. It's okay. So can you tell me? You said it's not an obligation to cover the hands and face, correct?
Yes,
Okay. What does obligation mean?
something that is obligated.
Okay, that sounds like you know what that means. So if it means basically you don't have to cover the hands and face, it's not an obligation.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
so that's why I'm asking you.
obligated by God. Yes,
Okay, so God doesn't want you to cover your hands and face.
bro. Obligation doesn't equal wanting. You know, if God wants something, it doesn't require him to make an obligation. For the
So who
same way,
wants the woman to cover the face and
the
hands?
same way. For example, smiling is a sunnah. But God wants us to smile, but He didn't make it an obligation. So there's a distinction between the two.
Okay, so when it comes to the face, so I just to help me now, covering your face like this is going against what Allah obligates, but it's part of the sunnah. Is that what you said?
Bro, do you have any idea
No,
what you're saying?
Auntie. This is what it
You're
sounds like
saying
from our
against.
perspective. Okay,
You're
Auntie,
literally
you're saying,
contradicting yourself.
Auntie, okay, it's fine, dude. You're
I'm
saying
not
that it's
talking to you.
obligatory.
I'm
You're
not even
saying I'm
talking to you.
trying,
Go on mute. Go on mute.
dude,
Shh.
just relax. You go on mute. You go on mute
No,
like how you do your women. You go on mute. You're saying that it's
you go on mute like Timothy
obligatory.
1:2.
Yeah, dude, go sit down and piss like a woman. You're telling us that it's obligatory for women to cover everything except face and hands. Fine, مش مشكلة. Then we ask you, okay, so this woman in the picture, why is her face and hands covered? You then say it's sunnah. Wait, so who's making them do it? Because Allah didn't tell you to do this for the Quran. This is just something that somebody made up after. So we're asking you, is it obligatory for a woman to cover her face and hands? Tamam, you understand?
Do you hear what I'm saying? Literally at the first sentence of me starting to talk, I said the obligatory parts is everything except for the hands and face. If you would listen
Yes.
more carefully, you would understand what I would say.
Okay, we heard that. So then why
So
is
why
her
did you ask a
face
question
so then
of
why
something you already
so
know?
then why is her
See, you're
hands and
acting
face
stupid
covered?
here. Okay, go on.
Ikavadun. If you should think someone Muslim, don't think like a Muslim, think like a human now, like an average person. Answer the question. If the face and the hands are not to be covered by, because Allah says you don't have to, why is she covering her hands and feet, her face?
Because it's a sunnah. Do you know what a sunnah is?
Tell me what a sunnah is.
I ask you first.
Tell
Do you
me
know
what
what
a
a
sunnah
sunnah is?
I'm asking you. Tell me what a
I
sunnah
ask you
is.
first. That's not how you. That's not how it works.
Idiot. What? One last chance. Are you going to tell me what the sunnah is? Because obviously the sunnah is greater than Allah's word. So Muhammad's sunnah is greater than the word of Allah. Tell me, what is the sunnah?
Don't assume things, okay? First of all, the sunnah is something that the prophets told us to do, but isn't an obligation, okay? And let me get this straight. Everything the prophet says regarding revelation is from God. God himself says this in the
Okay, so
Quran.
then why was it
So
not in the
everything
Quran?
I'm not finished, sir.
So
You
then
calm
why was
down.
it not in the Quran?
Sir, I'm not finished.
If it's sunnah, hold on,
I'm
listen
not
to me.
finished. See, you're being very disingenuous.
Dude, shut up. If it is obligatory, if it is sunnah, if it's that important, why is it not in the Quran? Why would Allah reveal half of it and then give Muhammad wahi and put it in the sunnah, in the habitual practice?
Bro, what are you talking about? We never
Make that
claimed
make
it's
sense.
obligatory, bro. What are you? Do you have any
hang on,
idea
let me-
what you're saying?
I mean, just give me.
You're
10 seconds.
ridiculing yourself alive.
This is
You're
so.
literally.
You can't ridiculate yourself. You can't ridiculate yourself, ya ahmar. That's not even a word.
Okay, so guys, I mean, I think you to count to 10, my man, because I can see that this guy's not smart. We've got to break it down. He's probably really slow. Now, again, so it's not an obligation from Allah, but somebody else has come, namely Muhammad, and made it an obligation. Is that what you're saying?
Don't say somebody else, because everything the prophet says aligns with the words of God. Okay.
Okay, that's what you claim. So now I'm asking you.
No,
again.
that's what the Allah
Thanks for
claims
coming,
in the
bro.
Quran.
Thanks for
That's
coming.
what Allah.
Can't be bothered.
Dude,
Can't be bothered.
dude, this is so simple. If it is obligatory to cover yourself except the face and the hands, then Muhammad comes after Allah and then says this is sunnah, so you must cover the face and the hands. Was it not important to just say that from the beginning in the Quran? Why is Muhammad coming after Allah and then making something else obligatory?
That's a good point, man. There's hundreds of examples of where the Hadith trumped the Quran, right? Like the Quran allows muta, then it's later abrogated by the Hadith. It's not abrogated by the Quran. The 5 prayers. The Quran doesn't give the 5 prayers, but the Sunnah of Muhammad was the 5 prayers. We see this
Muhammad
all over the
is
place.
greater than Allah, Travis. We all can see that. Muhammad is 1,000 times greater than Allah, and he always will be. This is why the Muslims listen to Allah, not listen to Muhammad.
This is your belief. This is just your interpretation.
We'll see. Yusuf, how old must a girl be?
Why do you say we'll see?
Sorry, Yusuf.
Why do you say we'll see?
Yusuf.
Why do you say we'll see?
Yusuf.
Yes.
How old must a girl be for her to be covered like this in the picture?
How old?
Yeah.
I have no idea about the age.
Okay, why would a girl cover like this in the picture?
For 2 reasons.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing is Allah is saying, He's giving a certain directive on that. Okay.
Yeah, tell me what it is.
Do you know or you don't know?
I'm asking you to tell us what it is. I'm not alone over here with you, bro. We've got 200 people watching.
Okay. No problem. I'm gonna help you to understand a little bit.
300 people watching.
I don't care, 300 or 3 millions.
I'm saying they might need you to help them understand. So try and understand.
I will try. I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Thank you, sir.
Shit. Sorry, I was on the surah, but I closed it. Give me a second, please. That's it. I get it back. Okay, you have to go on to the Surah 24, verses 31. You have it open?
Yeah.
Do you want to read or I read?
No, you can read.
Thank you. It says here, well, and tell the believing women to lower their gaze and guard their chastity, and not to reveal their adornments except what normally appears. Let them draw their veils over their chests and not reveal their hidden adornments, except to their husbands, their fathers-in-law, their sons, their stepsons, their brothers' sons or sisters' sons, their fellow women, those bondwomen in their possession, male attendants with no desire, or children who are still unaware of women's nakedness. Let them not stomp their feet, drawing attention to their hidden adornment. Turn to Allah in repentance altogether, O believers, so that you may be successful. This is the command of Allah.
MashaAllah.
Don't say MashaAllah. You don't understand that. You do not understand this word, brother. It is
You don't know what he understands and what he doesn't understand.
Yeah, no,
So
I
then,
know. I
Yusuf,
know it.
That's okay.
I know that.
Yusuf.
Because we don't say
Yusuf,
MashaAllah after
it's okay, Yusuf. We don't care.
Bro,
No, it's
bro,
not.
why did they I didn't even
Okay.
say anything. They
Brother,
manifest
it's not
Yeah,
instantly.
man.
Dude, just
don't mix up
relax.
things.
You don't
Yusuf.
like when people say
relaxed, but don't say
MashaAllah to your Quran, bro?
No. We don't say MashaAllah for that, brother.
Anyway, we don't care.
Just to
Yusuf,
educate
it's
you,
okay. Yusuf,
Keep going.
Sorry,
focus.
James, go ahead. Sorry, James, go ahead.
Focus, please, Yusuf. So
I
the
am.
picture next to me, the picture that's next to you, I mean, women in Islam.
Yes.
I took this picture because I think the way women are treated in Afghanistan
you
is
changed now.
disgusting. Right?
You've changed it.
I'm not changing. I'm not.
Yeah,
Pay
you
attention.
had
Try not to be
another one
smarter than you
before, brother.
sound. Listen
No, you had
carefully.
another one.
Listen carefully.
I'm
Now,
listening, but
first
you
that
don't
you
say.
just shut
I'm
up.
asking you if you
I'm
change
asking
it. You
you to
say
shut
you
up.
didn't.
Listen,
Shut
the
up.
last girl is a woman in Islam. It's just another woman.
Don't tell me to shut up, man. Don't tell me.
Shut
Yeah,
up, because
bro.
I'm asking you nicely to hold on, but you're not listening. Please
James,
wait a second. Let me finish.
James,
Oh my
just
God.
drop him. He I'm sorry, dude. He can't engage.
Yeah,
Who's
but
He's gonna
hang on,
keep manifesting.
let me give him a chance. Yusuf, I'm giving you a chance to show them that you're actually smarter than you sound. In the verse that you just read, did it say that she must cover her head like a ninja? Yes or no? In the verse you just quoted, does it say cover your head like a ninja?
The interpretation of these verses is not up to me or to you, you idiot. That's enough for you.
When you look in the mirror, right, do you feel the need to cover your face like this because you look at yourself and you feel disgust just being yourself? It must be awful being you.
James, it's your accent makes it more funny, dude. They manifest. I think it's the accent, dude. It's so nice the way you talk, but so great the things you say.
Can I say something really quickly?
Hello, Rihanna. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, sis.
I'm just a bit confused, right? I'm not sure what's so difficult to understand that Allah hasn't made it haram for women to cover their face and their hands. He just says that the boundaries of hijab is that you should cover everything except the face and the hands.
Okay,
But
but
he made
let's go there.
not
Let's
covering.
focus on that.
He made
please.
not covering that haram, right? But he
But
says that.
let's just focus on that. Can you tell me what is the point of covering everything? What is the point of that? Like the woman in the picture, what is the point of that?
Well, I can't entirely speak for the woman in the picture because I'm not the woman in the picture. But I
get
have
you,
spoken
but-
to some women that
Mhm.
do cover everything, and for them, that's just their way of taking the extra
get
step
you.
of worship.
I get you, but you've seen that there's police in Muslim countries that
Mhm.
police this type of dress, and if you show just even a finger, that they'll cane you in the street. That's why I'm talking
Now,
about women in
that is
Islam, in
something that I
Afghanistan.
disagree with. As
You've
in,
never
that's
seen that before?
no. I think that's wrong for people to do that. For somebody to force this level of covering on you, that's haram. That you shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, so then
I don't
again,
think
my
that.
point is, why would let's take a woman like you living obviously in the UK. Why would someone? Okay, watch this. Do you know why people covered like this back in the day? Well, not even like this. No one covered like this because no one was that stupid. But do you know why people covered their mouths, their faces, their eyes, and their heads?
I think
in
it's a bit
Arabia?
insulting for you to say that they're stupid if they
I'm
did.
sorry, but
Because
you know,
the Prophet's
facts over
wives
feelings.
covered
Facts
that
over
way for
feelings.
extra protection.
Why? Protection from what?
Just it could just be protection from other men.
No, you see what it was in the beginning was because of the harsh weathers, the strong winds, the sand, the you know, the heat, all this they were protecting themselves from, which is fine. Now today in London, for example, when I walk around the streets in London and see these people covered like little, you know, ninjas or, you know, walking around the streets, I'm waiting for the next, you know, sandstorm. Or,
Wait, why does that
40
why does that
degrees.
trigger you so much for them to cover that much? It's their
Because
choice.
it's not coming from God. Even if it's Allah, it's not coming from him either. Nowhere does it tell you to be covered like this. And this over
But
here.
why
is
does
a
that
form
bother
of-
you that that's not directly from Allah?
Because the problem is that the women don't have a choice. You see, do you know what Stockholm syndrome is?
I'm confused. The woman does have a choice, especially in
No,
the
she
UK
doesn't.
where you're allowed to dress how you
In
like.
the UK,
We
this
do have
is
a
the
choice.
problem. Why do you think in Muslim countries, take Iran for example, have you heard of White Wednesday?
No.
Okay, Google White Wednesday and you'll see these women that used to be forced to cover like this are finally throwing away the scarves. Why? Because they don't want to be oppressed.
And
Their words.
okay, that's
and
fine, but
James,
it depends.
and James,
on
some of
the woman.
those
Some women
women,
are
and
forced to be covered, and some women choose to be covered. I don't know why it's so difficult to understand.
In
yes,
Iran, sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, some of those women in Iran, some of them actually were unalived,
Exactly.
because they were fighting against what the government what the government was instituting concerning these hijab and niqab and all of these different
And
things.
that's the flaw of the government. That's the flaw of the government, not the women.
No, but that's Sharia. According to the Islamic law, you have to do this. But what James is asking
People, you don't
specifically,
understand. What you don't understand is some government take Sharia and twist it to fulfill their own narratives. It's
No,
not
no,
the
this is
fault of
this is the
woman.
consensus of all four schools. If Sharia takes over your country, it won't be optional to wear the burqa. You're going to get in that ninja outfit whether you like it or not.
do you
You don't know
understand why this?
anything about this religion, man.
I just want to say this one thing, and then I'm gonna give it back to James.
That's not anything to do with the religion, though. That's the people that are twisting religion to
Okay, we'll
fulfill their
get
own
to that in a
narrative.
second. Just let Amin finish and we'll get back to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So Rahina, the reason why this is such a problem is because Sharia comes from the Sunnah. Like anything that you see in fiqh, like all of that, like jurisprudence, law, all of that comes from the Sunnah. But what we're asking specifically is if in the Quran it says, like the other guy came up, well, it's obligatory to cover everything except the face and the hands. Then 200 years later, we get the Hadith, we get the tafsir, like all this other stuff that makes up Islamic law. That comes 200 years later, and now it changes from, okay, well, it was okay to just do hands and face, but now you have to cover the hands and face. Don't you think that that's a problem? Because now it's being enforced on you, and if you don't do it, as James said, you get caned, and in Iran, if you don't do it, you get unalived. You don't see that to be a problem?
But Hadith doesn't force women to cover every single thing, though.
Well, okay, so let's focus on that then. So the Hadith doesn't tell you to cover everything, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so why are they covering?
Because either, I don't know, like you talked about corrupt governments, either they'll force them to, or women would decide that's the extra step that they want to take as worship because that's their own decision.
Okay, so now again, we talked about women and why a woman should cover. The Muslim guy that we came up was talking about that it's so that the man doesn't look at the woman. So this over here, like this thing over here that's covered, if you go into videos and you see people, for example, even during the Hajj, it's not the woman's fault. It's the men's fault. Do you agree with that?
Sorry, can you please repeat that?
I said, when a woman is covered, like if you walking down the street and you are covered, even your hair is covered, you know, like a normal person would, not like this person next to you. I'm talking about a hair cover. You're still showing your face. You're still covered. You're not showing the form of your body. You know, you got nice clothes on. You're looking okay. If a man then comes to you and approaches you, in fact, let me give you a quick picture. I'll show you of something that I have that there's no problem with. I don't have a problem with, because as I said, my family, my grandmother, my mother, I mean, this I've got no problem with. This is fine. This is not the problem. But this is what they're doing now in Iran. This is called White Wednesday for anyone that wants to go and support this. White Wednesday, where they are saying this is fine, but don't force us to be anything more than that. Now, my question to you would be, when you dress like these girls I just showed you now in the picture, and a man comes to you and gets physical with you or tries to flirt with you, tease you, touch you, whose fault is it?
The fault of the man.
Okay, so the man, he can't control his urges, so he's forcing the woman to cover like they do in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, you name it. They're making them cover, not because it's good for the woman, because it's good for the man. Because the man is now not being tempted, and then the woman won't suffer because of his temptation.
Like I said before, it's wrong for men to force women how to dress.
Okay, and
ultimately,
I'm glad,
Allah gave us free will to make that decision for ourselves.
There's no free will
He
in
gave us the
Islam, but I
command
understand
and told us what's obligatory, and it's up to us women to then what's it called? To then obey that. But it's not up to men to then force.
My sister, that's why I'm so
some
happy
level
that you guys
of
that
what
live
they
in
think
the
is
West, right? You guys that live in the
Right.
UK, you guys that live in the West have this false sense of Islamic freedom. But if you went to an Islamic place, I'm not sure if you cover up or not, but I'll guarantee that if you ever went to a Muslim country, you'd cover up because you'll feel the need to cover up, because you'll feel that you're not fitting in because everyone else is covered up. But you're not now free to be as you were if you're walking down the streets of London.
Yeah,
Right?
and
Matter of fact,
you have to understand that not every country that implements Sharia law is what you would call Islamic. And
Well,
a
there's
lot of
no
them
country
will
that
take it
has
to the
Sharia
extreme and
because
would be extremist.
Well, there's no country in the world that today that has Sharia as its law, because the United Nations has said that the Sharia is it's not humane. It goes against anything that's common sense. For example, if we were to follow the Sharia law, beating wives would be okay.
But it wouldn't.
And having sex slaves would be okay. Having wives would
But
be
what you have to
okay.
understand is that people misinterpret Islamic laws and call that Sharia law. So
let's
just
give me an
because
example.
someone might claim something
let's do an
Sharia law
example,
doesn't mean it
right?
actually is.
Let's give
which
you
is
an
the fault of
example.
most of these countries that you're talking about.
Okay, let's just give you an example. Are you allowed to have sex slaves in Islam?
I actually can't speak on that because I'm not as educated to be able to speak on that.
Okay,
I can't answer that question. I'm being just honest with you.
No, I appreciate that. I don't want you to say something you don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, let's just jump to wife beating. Can you hit your wife?
You can't hit your wife.
Okay.
The Quran says you can. The Sharia says you can.
It doesn't. That's been misconstrued, because if you were to then follow that command, right, the one you're talking about, right, where you're supposedly able to hit your wife, right? In Islam, you're actually not able to hit the face. If you were to hit somebody, you're not allowed to hurt them. So then, if you're then to follow this, it would be as light as a tap. So when somebody says, when somebody's following that
you can hit them then.
Yeah, you can't hit them. You just gotta tap them. Where'd you get tapped from in the Quran?
I'm saying if you were to act out, this notion of beating within the bounds of Islam, all it would amount to is a tap.
Okay,
because
so
in Islam, you're
to
not allowed
Sharia.
to hit somebody that hard anyways.
Hold on, you just appealed to Sharia that you just threw under the bus 10 minutes ago. The Quran doesn't say tap them.
So again,
what you have to
let's
understand
look at the
Hadith. What you have to understand
Hadiths.
is the way that it was translated leaves it for you guys open to interpretation. And I'm just telling you, Islamically, if somebody was to follow that command, that's how it would come out.
Okay, but let's see if that's true though. You saying tap them lightly. I'll just read a hadith for you, right?
Sorry,
I'll show
and
you.
also just to reply to what he said about me throwing Sharia under the bus. I'm not throwing Sharia under the bus. I'm throwing the way people carry out Sharia law under the bus, because some people will take it to the extreme, and I'm throwing them under the bus.
Okay, so watch this.
They're following Muhammad in every example.
Watch this. if
I'm
you're going to say to me that
I think
there's
some
no-
people
Oh my
will
God.
take Sharia to the extreme, and that's not
Okay,
okay.
what is, so
Muhammad
when you,
sallallahu
the
alaihi
Sharia
wasallam
says to whip
was able
you,
to follow Sharia law correctly.
the Sharia says to whip you in public if you committed adultery, or not adultery, if you had sex outside of marriage. Are they supposed to tap you, or are they supposed to whip you? 80 lashes. That's the Sharia.
That's
Is that a wrong Sharia, or is that the correct Sharia?
Well, in
that
fact,
be
they'll
happening
probably
today?
stone you.
Should that be happening today?
I think I can't really speak on that, to be honest.
Okay.
If that
so
was
the
ordained by
punishment
Allah,
for-
then I agree
the
with that.
punishment for zina, for adultery, is to be stoned to death. Should that be done today? This is what the Sharia is teaching. Should that be done?
If you want my honest opinion, then I think that it's okay if somebody. Let me actually try to explain my perspective, right? So during the time of the Prophet, there would be times where somebody would commit a sin like this, and the Prophet would give them a second chance to be like, no, you don't need to necessarily do this punishment in this dunya, for instance, but some people would go out of their way to be like, no, I want to be punished like this in this dunya. And some
They
people
want to be
then
stoned to death.
would admit to that sin and say, I do want to do the punishment, so I don't have to do the punishment in the hereafter.
Okay, so when your Prophet slept with a married woman, should he have been slept with a woman that wasn't his wife and wasn't his sex slave? Should he have been punished?
When did he do that? That's not true.
Maria the Coptic.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, I'll give you that, but I want to just get back to the beating part. In the Hadith, it tells us that a woman was beaten so badly that she was green, right? Her skin was green, and Aisha said,
Can you please
"Look,
show
her
me the
skin is
hadith?
greener than her clothes." And she says, "I have not seen anyone suffer as much as the believing woman." Why would Aisha say that women in Islam suffer?
Because at the time of Islam was created, women were being persecuted for being Muslim.
Women were being this is done by Muslims.
Can you please give me the hadith? I can't really speak on it if I don't know what
Not a problem.
hadith is
Sahih
about.
Bukhari 5825. I'll read it for you, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a long one. It says, Rifa divorced his wife, whereupon Abu Rahman bin Abu Zubair married her. Aisha said the lady came wearing a green veil and complained to Aisha of her husband and showed her a green spot on her skin caused by beating. Obviously, wasn't just a tap. It was the habit of the ladies to support each other. Now, why would they support each other if this was just tapping? So when Allah's apostle came, Aisha said, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing woman. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. Now, just based on that, Aisha herself is saying that these women in Islam, the believing women, are the worst treated she's ever seen, she's ever known at her 6 or 9 years. That's Sahih Bukhari 5825. Sahih Bukhari 5825. Now she's got a green spot that tells us, guys, that she wasn't tapped. She wasn't just tapped.
Well, in fact, we have this incident of Muhammad when he central Dawa ninja kicked Aisha in the chest and it caused her great pain. The Sunnah of Muhammad was
I'm going to show her this as well. I'll show her that Muhammad beat Aisha as well.
James, if you when you get done with that, I'm gonna send you the hadith about Hafsa. It's Sunnah Nasa'i 3959, where Aisha and wouldn't leave him alone.
Yeah, because he slept with Maria that wasn't his wife.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's chapter
I'll send it to you in the
66
back.
of the Quran.
I'll send it to you in the Telegram.
I've got it.
Oh, okay.
So you notice in that around, oh, she's back. Guys, while we still got 230 people, for those that are not following us on YouTube, guys, it's the Agents 007 on YouTube. All this can be, watched again, and you guys can share. We give fair and we will read what's given to us by the scholars of Islam. We're not adding to it, twisting it, or doing anything to it. We just read. All we're going to do is read. And, we pray for our brothers and sisters in Islam that they do stop and ask the same questions we are asking, and hopefully that they will find truth that only comes from Jesus. All this is pointing them to a better life outside of Islam. And we pray for them. These are our brothers and sisters in humanity. She probably just dropped. She'll probably come back.
He'll come back. So
Hopefully.
honestly, if any country's enacting Sharia law correctly, she could lose her life for saying that Sharia is wrong, because it's calling Muhammad a liar. Muhammad says, Allah has protected a majority of his believers. He will not make my community concur on misguidance. So what that does is, when you go against Sharia, is you call Muhammad a liar, you call the God of the Quran a liar. So, yeah, do you hear us talking, friend? What's wrong with you guys? So did you guys get your Did you guys get your manners from a desert?
You speak misconstrued, and you're convoluting everything that you're saying.
Hold on just a second, friend. What did we say that's wrong?
It's not part of the hadith.
Oh, there's a hadith, right? There's a famous hadith, and the Prophet explicitly said, "The best of you are those who are best of the woman," but you are pivoting. You are
Hang on a second. It's okay.
and you're using your own
straighten them out.
Let's focus on
You
that.
can't cherry pick.
1 second, bro. Let's just focus on what you just said now. You said the best of you are those that are good to your woman, correct?
Best to their woman, yes.
They're the best. Okay. In life, for example, if you treat your woman like a queen 6 days a week, and you only hit her 1 day a week.
You see, that's an extreme, because it's called a darb. A darb is something that's supposed to be last resort, so it's not 1 day a week.
But it can be done, right?
But being the best, but being the best of your woman could be straightening her out, and as far as hitting her.
Exactly. So
okay, thank you.
There's a thing called mulhanhana.
Yeah,
right?
mullah, slowly, easy. Go slow, dude. Stop, easy. Let's get a conversation going.
I got you.
I'm asking you, if you have 6 days in a week that you're good to your wife, but you only beat her 1 day a week, are you still good to your wife or not?
Well, I don't know where you got that from.
I'm just asking a general question. General question. If you are good to your wife for 23 hours and 59 seconds, but the 1 second you slap your wife, are you still good to your wife?
It's contingent on what she did. But can I say my point?
Okay, so you can hit them.
Yes, you exactly.
Look, I said it's called a darb, right? So there's 3 stages to it. The first stage is to advise them.
Is one of them that you can beat them?
That's what I'm getting at. It's called a darb.
But
so
you can beat them, correct?
So hold up. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, when you hit them, don't make sure it doesn't harm them. This is the crucial point. This is very pivotal. You have to remember
Muhammad
this.
harmed his baby.
Guys, let's give him a chance. Mullah.
This is very pivotal.
So hang on, Mullah. So you can hit her though, correct?
You have to look. So when we
Yes
say
or no, can you hit her?
Not in the
Yes
sense
or
that
no?
you're taking it.
Because you're expecting hold up. You're expecting a certain response. So I'm gonna say
Can you
this.
beat your wife even if it's a last resort? Yes or no?
Can I speak?
Sure, go on.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. So it's called so when you say beating, right? Or when you say hit, mind you, this is a spectrum. So the highest form of hitting is completely messing them up, fucking them up, right? And the lowest form would be hitting your two fingers and just tapping them. That's considered beating also. So you have to understand that beating is a spectrum also.
Wow. Can you
beat her?
Yes, if it's a last resort, but don't take anything I'm saying out of context, because like I just said, it's a spectrum. I can't mess her face up, and I can't even cause any bruise.
So the woman that came to Aisha with skin greener than green,
What's
that
the
because Aisha had a bad day? What's it?
Hey, no, that's not a part of the hadith. It's in brackets. Go up, look at the part without brackets. That we do not take from the brackets. That's Sunnah.com. I know where you're taking it from.
Beating is a spectrum.
Made by Jews. I do not take the brackets.
Hang on, let's see. Hang on.
It's in brackets. It's not a part of the hadith.
Hang on.
They don't know the difference between da'if and sahih. So
It's not even if I don't know if it's da'if or sahih, but it's in brackets. Read the hadith without the brackets.
Bukhari da'if.
No, don't go on Sunnah.com. Go on a verified source because Sunnah.com
You're choosing certain.
is made by Jews. I don't take
websites.
from Sunnah.com because it's made by Jews, and there's a lot of
is written
infallible
by
things in
Jews.
there.
Okay, is Sunnah.com written by Jews?
He said it's
It
made
is
by
actually
Jews.
the person who wrote it is a Jew, and I don't take from it.
What?
Wow.
What is his name?
Here, I'll actually bring you it. I'll actually bring you it as well. One second.
Okay, hang on a second, brother. Watch this. Watch this, dude. I don't know your name, but watch this. Can you show me the brackets in the Arabic? Hang on a second. Can you show me brackets in the Arabic?
Can you read Arabic?
I mean,
Can
yes.
Arabic?
Yes, we
can read
can.
Arabic.
We can.
You
We
read
can.
Arabic.
Mullah.
I mean,
Mullah.
So what does muraqaba mean?
Can you show me the brackets in the Arabic?
He doesn't even know Arabic. And
Mullah.
you're using your own. You're using your own exegesis.
Mullah.
You're using your own exegesis.
Mullah. Sit quietly now. Can anyone show me the brackets in this? Is there brackets?
Yeah.
here?
Christianity is false. Islam is right.
Mullah Rakis, شوف بين قوسين. He's gone.
How do I share my screen? How do I share my screen?
Give me a
Show
second.
me the Arabic. Hang on, brother. We'll go to your
How do
screen.
I
in a
share my
minute.
screen? I'll
Can
show
you
you.
show me the Arabic? Just tell me when to stop my pen.
Wait, what website is that?
It doesn't matter what website.
What website is that? Show me
I'm
the
on
website.
Sunnah.com.
Okay, like I said, I don't take from Sunnah.com.
Okay, let's go find it somewhere else. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Right?
How do I turn my camera on?
I don't know.
First, you gotta turn the now off.
James, you're in Daif Bukhari.
Yep, must be.
Wow.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find it somewhere else. Oh, alhamdulillah.org. Is that okay? Where's he going to now?
I don't know. He might be trying to read while he's off camera. No one can hear you if you're doing that. Or maybe he's searching.
That's just crazy, man. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy.
Sunnah.com got wrote by a Jew is wild, bro.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We make all in. We the ones that created all of this stuff. Let's see if we can get another Muslim up.
Who randomly just says, hey, I don't have any proof of what I'm saying, but yeah, the Jews did it.
Okay, let's and I wish we had Muslim women that were allowed their freedom to come up and talk.
Okay.
But
Do
it's
you,
okay.
do you just see what I showed you?
No.
What?
Hello.
Was I not screen sharing?
Hey,
No,
from
man, it
Dublin.
wasn't.
Oh.
Damo.
Oh,
What did
yes.
you say?
Hey, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. So are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not. I'm Catholic.
Okay, thanks for coming, bro. We really want to talk to Muslims. God bless you. AK, are you a Muslim?
Hello. Yes.
Is there no way to
Okay.
turn on my camera?
You need to press on the camera picture thing, the camera thing, and just make sure you're not putting your face in front of the camera. If you
I
want
thought
to
I was.
Say that again?
Let me see if I can help you. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Your camera. You don't have enough people to come on to go on camera. You only have 57.
It said I was screen
Dude,
sharing.
I'm not trying to go on camera.
Not you. AK, just hang on a second, bro. You only have 57 followers, so you can't go live. You can't put your camera on.
I don't want to put my camera on.
AK, not talking to you, dude.
All right.
No worries. So we'll just tell me where you want me to go, and I'll take you there, and I'll put it on the screen for you. Let me see your name. Sorry, man, I don't speak Arabic. Omar. If you tell me where you want me to go, I'll put it on the screen for you. Okay, AK, are you a Muslim?
Yes.
AK, I have a question for you. Would you ever walk to your...
That'd be a good question, bro.
Would you ever go to your mum and tell your mum that she's equal to a dog and a donkey?
Bro, what kind of stupid question is that, bro?
So you wouldn't, right? Because that's a nasty question.
Well,
That's
come out
rude,
with
right?
come out with some serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna join off my computer. Give me a second. I'm gonna join back off my computer because I can screen share there. I was just
No worries,
looking up
bro.
how to do it.
No worries.
I'll be back
Okay,
in like
AK,
10
the
minutes.
reason I said that, you want to go down? Okay. AK, the reason I said that is because we have hadiths where Muhammad compares women to dogs and donkeys.
Okay, can I just say one thing? Well, not one thing, but can I come in and with you and it's a discussion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're going to say what you're going to say, but the Prophet, peace be upon him, also said that the best amongst you is those who are the most kindest to their wives.
Yeah.
So that
Is it
sort of like blows
kind?
out a lot of
Do
what you
you
say
consider
out of the
to be?
water.
Do you consider a form of kindness is to slap your wife, to call her a dog or donkey, to tell her she's a half brain, to
Well,
tell her that hell is full of women?
arguments, bro. Are you not? Are you saying that men and women don't have arguments? Husband and
I
wives
didn't
don't have
ask you
arguments?
that. I'm asking you, if you said that to your wife, are you being nice to her?
What do you mean?
If you told your wife that you think she's equal to a dog and a donkey, like Muhammad and Allah said, do you think she'd like that?
That's not true what you're saying, bro. You're just making false claims.
If I'm able to show it to you, then would you believe it?
What are you going to show me?
That we have hadith where Muhammad says that women are equal to dogs and donkeys.
Well, obviously, there's going to be some type of context around that.
Yeah, she's a woman.
No, because the mothers have been respected to the point where
Not what I'm asking
their
you.
status has been raised 3 times more than a father.
Okay,
So
not what
that
I'm asking
nullifies
you.
what you said.
I'm not asking you that. Aisha says, I'll read it for you. Sahih Bukhari 514. Sahih Bukhari, is he daif?
Say that again?
Bukhari, is he a trustworthy person or is he daif?
Well, are you asking whether the hadith is
Sahih
Sahih or not?
Bukhari, do you take Sahih Bukhari?
Well, go on, so let's hear what you got to say.
Do you take Sahih Bukhari?
Yes.
Okay, Sahih Bukhari 514. The things which annul prayer were mentioned before me. This is Aisha talking. Let me put on the screen, 1 second. So, Bukhari 514 says this. The things which annul prayer, what annul means, right?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. The things which annul prayer were mentioned before me. And those were a dog, a donkey, and a woman. Aisha said to Muhammad, you have compared us, women, to donkeys and dogs. By Allah, I saw the Prophet praying while I used to lie in bed between him and the Qibla. Whenever I was in need of something, I just liked to sit and trouble the Prophet, so I would slip away by the side of his feet. Now, Muhammad makes a statement that a woman is equal to a dog and a donkey, right? And Aisha questions him on that. He doesn't say, nah, I didn't mean it like that, or, whatever. He basically just, tells
Where
her
they say
straight
he's
out,
equating
she's
the
equal
woman
to
a dog
and
or a donkey.
So my question to you would
Where
be,
did it say that?
what?
You just made it up. You just made your own little story up. Where did it say that?
I said he didn't explain anything. He just said he compared her to a dog and a donkey, correct?
How?
Does Muhammad in this hadith compare her to a dog and a donkey?
Let me see the hadith again.
Wow.
The things which annul prayer were mentioned before me. Those were a dog, a donkey, and a woman. I said, Aisha, you, Muhammad, have compared us women to donkeys and dogs. Did Muhammad compare Aisha to a dog and a donkey?
Well, I don't. There's going to be context around this hadith.
Yeah, 1 second. Omar, you need to request. Omar, I can't see you requesting, bro. Omar, I can't see your request and I can't bring you up because you don't have enough people.
Yeah, so regarding this hadith, I don't know what the full context is. Yeah, you're just cherry picking this one.
Okay,
hadith.
is there any context for a woman to be compared to a dog and a donkey?
Well, I don't know what. Like I said to you,
Is there any context?
In terms of the overall message?
Okay,
Yeah,
what does a woman do?
You can't just pick one hadith.
Okay,
and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Based on this hadith.
Okay.
Let's
Focus. Let's agree with what you said, right? Let's agree. Let's agree. We can't just take it as it is.
No, you can't just pick one hadith and base. Oh, this is what.
Hang on. Let's see. where would we find context to this? And if we find the context, is it ever okay to compare a woman to a dog and a
Well,
donkey?
this is an English translation. So that's the first thing.
You speak Arabic, AK?
No, so that's the other thing. So we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, but can you speak Arabic?
The guy above you can.
Okay, so but the point is, this can be translated in a way where it might not be accurate. We don't
It
know
might
that.
not be accurate, right?
Yeah.
So now that's what we're saying. We're saying it
It could
might not
possibly
be accurate.
Yes, and
Okay.
English is not going to be. It's not going to justify the translation.
Okay, so what we'll do is this. Since we can't
Okay, but
trust
let me ask you. Let me ask you something. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so my point I'm going to say to you is, when the Prophet peace be upon him says to the believing people that the best amongst you is those amongst those that are best to their wives, the most kind. What does that mean to you?
Probably when she opens her legs for him, because that's what a woman's supposed to do. That's the only time, because it says in the Quran, if you fear disobedience,
what's good for you then?
if you fear disobedience, I'm not a Muslim. It says in the Quran, if you fear disobedience, meaning the woman doesn't even have to be disobedient, that you can strike her. Does that sound like they need? Okay, watch this. Okay, is beating a woman something that is a good thing or a bad thing?
Obviously, it's a bad thing.
Okay, is there ever a reason for a woman, I'm talking about like your wife, someone that's your partner in life, is there ever a reason that you need to beat your wife?
I'm saying in real life that happens, right or wrong.
Again,
and
I'm asking you, is there ever a reason?
Is there
Can you give me a reason why a man should beat his wife?
You give me a hadith where it shows that the Prophet peace be upon him hit his wife.
Sure, it's in front of me right now.
Go on then.
Hang on a sec.
Give me
I
a
can't wait for the gymnastics.
Go on then.
This is from Hadith collection.
Yeah.
Sahih Muslim.
Yeah, go on.
Book 4, 2127.
Yes.
There it is over there. Take a screenshot.
Yeah, go on.
Take a screenshot. So after you've listened to what I say and you call it out for being fake and wrong, and the Jews wrote this as well, then you can go back and double check it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, watch this. Muhammad Qais said, I should not narrate to you a hadith blah 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 on the authority on the authority of my mother.
Yeah.
We were taught that he meant the mother of who had given birth to him. Muhammad blah 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 then reported it was Aisha who narrated this. Should I narrate to you about myself, about the messenger? We said yes. She said, when it was my turn for Allah's messenger to spend the night with me, hang on a second, he turned his side and put on his mantle and took off his shoes and placed them near his feet and spread the corner of the shawl on his bed, and then lay down till he thought that I had gone to sleep. He took hold of his mantle slowly and put on his shoes slowly. And he opened the door and went out and then closed it lightly. I covered my head, put on my veil, and tightened my waist wrapper, and then went out following his footsteps till he reached Baki. He stood there and he stood for a long time. Then he lifted his hands 3 times. Then he returned, and I also returned. He hastened his steps, and I also hastened my steps. He ran, and I ran too. And I ran. He came to the house, and I came to the house. I, however, preceded him, and I entered the house. And as I lay down in the bed, he, Muhammad, entered the house and said, why is it, O Aisha? In a second. Why is it, O Aisha, that you are out of breath? I said, there is nothing. He said, tell me, or the sublime and the aware would inform me. I said, Messenger of Allah, may my father and my mother be the ransom for you. And then I told him the whole story. He said, was it the darkness of your shadow that I saw in front of me? I said, yes. He struck me on my chest, which caused me pain, and then said, did you think that that Allah and his apostle would deal unjustly with you? Let's get back to this now. He struck me on my chest, which caused me pain. You asked for evidence of Muhammad.
Yeah, but hold on a second. Hold on a second. Again, you're using an English translation. Yeah, it could be a different type of.
Okay, read Ikra.
Go on.
Say I can't read Arabic, and I'm therefore useless, and I follow a religion blindly. Because I don't read the English, I have to rely on someone explaining the Arabic to me because I am a blind follower of Islamic faith. Say that to me, please.
1 second. Give me a second. I'll find.
Bro, how you gonna say it's in Arabic? You don't speak Arabic. Make it make sense.
For those asking, that's the hadith there. Let me just see. Jai has just sent me something. Thank you there, Jai. Why doesn't Jai just come up?
James.
Yes,
James, give me the big screen. I'm just going to put that one section really quick because I'm at work, so I'm not going to be able to stay long. But he keeps appealing to the Arabic. Even in that other hadith about the donkey and the dog, it said the same thing, dude. Like the Arabic said the exact.
Yo, bro, can I ask a question, bro? I'm ready.
I'm not going to be dumb here. Okay, Islam, please stop for a second.
Are you ready, bro?
So, AK, come back to the screen.
I got a question.
Yeah, give me one second.
Yeah, I'm ready for you to go down to the audience.
1 second.
What happened to my screen?
Where are the Muslim women, man?
Nah, they scared.
Yeah, AK, I have it on the screen right here. AK, come back. I don't have all day, dude. I have to go back and do something in a minute. I'm just gonna read it to you. Yeah. فلحدني في الصدر لحدت. This is so small. لحدة أوجعتني. So basically it says he struck me on my chest and it caused me pain. You can literally put this phrase in Google, you can put it into whatever translator you want, and it'll say that. فلحدني في صدري, like he struck me on my chest. لحدة. That is so small. لحدة أوجعتني. And it hurt me. That's literally what it means. Batman, why don't you come up here, bro? He says I can't read Arabic. No problem. Come up here and read this and tell me if I translated it correctly. Go ahead.
Hadouken.
Yeah. It's funny because you guys make so much fun of my Arabic, my accent or whatever. No problem. I can still read better than Muhammad because he couldn't read this at all. He couldn't tell the difference between a sad or a dad if it jumped off the mushaf and bit him on his head. But if my Arabic reading is so bad, why don't you come up here and read it for me and then translate for your Muslim brother what it says? Yeah, and then we have Arab Christians in the chat saying I read it correctly. That's why I don't ever take anything you guys say into stock. You guys just, yeah, you guys don't know what you're talking about. So if I'm reading it incorrectly, Muslims, come up here, read it for me, and translate this, and tell me if I translated it incorrectly. But they won't do it because they know that I read it correctly, and they know that I translated it correctly. Like, let's not be dumb on purpose. Anyways, I'm gonna mute up for a second, guys.
Okay, AK, you see the difference, right? According to the, I can show you, I can translate, I can take you bit by bit, show
Well,
you.
the intention behind it wasn't
yes.
to physically cause harm.
Say what?
The intention behind it wasn't to physically cause harm. It was like a light.
Who cares? He did it.
Okay, hang on a second.
From what
Where do you
from
see
the little
that?
bit of research
Brother,
that I've done,
where do you
it
see
wasn't
that? Stop,
intended to cause.
stop,
So
stop.
everything you say doesn't go. it still stands, and you know the hadith still
Okay,
stands.
when you
bro.
if you touch someone, why would she
Well,
say
okay,
it caused,
okay,
dude,
because
dude,
I've given you some
dude,
context. So find
why
me
would she say it caused me pain if it was to tap? Tell me, man, come on, don't be stupid. Try not to be a Muslim today. Try to think like a normal person does.
Let's agree with what you're saying. Yeah, let's agree.
Why would she
So-
say it
No,
caused
okay,
her
fine.
pain if it was a tap?
1 second. If we agree with what you're saying, then it would have happened many times. So bring up another hadith.
How many do you want? How many
Gosh.
times do
Bring
you
up-
have
bring
to
up
sleep
another-
with a
bring
little
up-
girl
bring up-
before
bring
you
up
appeal
another-
her? Watch
then
this,
let's-
watch
if
this.
you're
AK,
claiming that the Prophet
AK,
is-
AK. How many times
If
must
you're
a man,
claiming that the Prophet,
how many times must you sleep
Bring up
with an
another hadith.
underage girl? Thanks for coming, bro. Thanks for coming. Guys, Muslims only. Muslims only. I've got 25 minutes before I have to close up. 25 minutes, and tomorrow will be a longer day. Tomorrow's going to be a longer day. But yes, the word is to beat. He beat her, and she suffered because that's the type of man Muhammad was.
It
Guys,
actually, like, I'm sorry, go ahead, man.
I just want to say this. Guys, please invite Muslim women tomorrow. Bring Muslim women tomorrow. I'll actually maybe go live even earlier so that you guys can get a chance to come up, Muslim woman. And if you Muslim woman request, I will not bring up a Muslim man if you don't want him to come up. You guys can get a chance to speak. Sorry, Amin.
No, I was just gonna say really quick in that hadith, it actually says like so what is this dude's name? Abdurrahman in the chat. He says it does not say be. So it actually says like he I don't know how to describe it in English.
It's like a
It's
1-inch
weird.
Bruce Lee punch.
Yeah, it's like a really strong nudge in the chest. Like like a 5-finger death punch, I guess. I mean, I don't really know how else to describe it, but it's not like it wasn't like darb, like not like what the Quran says, why durbuna. It's more like a really strong nudge in the chest. But we know it's a strong one. I mean, I can even go to like Hans Weir lectionary and I can show you. I was using a sentence, but how we know that it was a strong, like really forceful nudge is because it says al jatani, like it caused me pain. So I mean,
Say,
Do,
what son of God? Are
do
you a
get
Muslim?
do you get the context? Do you get the context of what that narration was saying?
When you come up, this is not a Muslim live. Over here, we also greet. This is not a desert tent. You can come up and you can say hello
No,
to
I mean,
everybody.
James, you're not in for genuine discourse. So
How
let's
are
just
you,
get.
son of God? Hello, welcome.
I'm okay, brother. God bless you, brother.
Thank you for that.
So listen, brother, the context here is that she thought he was going to perhaps be with another one of his wives, so she followed him out of suspicion. So I guess the context here is that, say if I was a man and my wife started following me or spying on me, assuming that I'm gonna be with someone else or go be with another woman, then it's obviously gonna hurt me as a man, right? So
would you hit her? Hang on, would you hit her?
No, bro. It says lahdatan aw jatan.
But would you hit her if your wife followed you? Listen, in the same context, if your wife followed you, it means she doesn't trust you. If she doesn't trust you, it means you've given her reason not to trust you.
Bro, we're not alcoholics who beat our wives, you know.
Let me ask the question. Let me ask my question. Would you do what Muhammad did and strike her in the chest, which caused her harm because she followed you? Would you do that?
Bro, sometimes men and women both get annoyed, and trust me, bro. Like my wife probably lays her hand way more on me than I've ever touched her. You know, in most cases.
Not my question.
Brother,
would you listen again?
Is
oh
your
my
name
Lord! Oh my Lord, son, answer the question. It's a simple question. Muhammad, the best example to mankind, he put his hand on Aisha, causing her pain. I'm asking you, would you do the same thing to your? Would you do the same thing to your wife like Muhammad did?
No decent man would ever hit his wife. Yeah, let's agree. Let's agree on human. Look. No decent man would ever lay a hands on a woman.
Was Muhammad decent?
Hang on.
most humans would agree on that.
Okay,
But
so
look,
what?
let's
Hang
understand.
on.
Wait, 1 second, 1 second. Let's just understand something about human psychology, brother. So look, I grew up with many male friends, right? And we know a masculine thing is like sometimes we just fight because it takes it out of our system. Women talk about their feelings.
Was Muhammad a decent man?
No, brother. Let's just talk about one.
You
just said Muhammad was not decent.
Talking, dude. Listen. You said no decent man would ever beat his wife. Now, Muhammad,
100%.
Stop talking when I talk. Stop talking. Let me finish. You said no decent man would ever beat his wife, and yet we have a hadith where Muhammad beat Aisha. Is Muhammad a decent man?
100%. He's the most decent of men.
But he hit his wife.
As men, sometimes you can get physical with a woman. That doesn't mean we're like you Christian alcoholics who beat your wife senseless.
Just said no decent man hits their wife.
Brother, look, that doesn't mean that sometimes men and women don't get a little physical, and that's
so justifying it.
So is it ever okay to beat your wife? Oh my Lord, what is wrong with you? Shut up! Shut up! Stop talking! God, stop talking! Stop! What is wrong with you?
Maybe you're an alcoholic.
Oh my Lord. So no decent man will ever beat his wife, but Muhammad beat his wife. Jethro, are you a Muslim?
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not a Muslim, but I would like to ask you a question because you have so much knowledge. Because I was in a debate with a Muslim man, and I think I might have this wrong. I told that Muhammad had asked for the hand of Aisha when she was 4 years old before, but then he married her when she was 6. Can you confirm, because you have more knowledge than me about this, because he had a dream before they married. So he had actually urges for her.
Muhammad dreamt of Aisha twice. There is a hadith that said he married her 3. Babylon knows that hadith. Let me just see. There is a hadith that said he married her 3.
Because you have so much more knowledge than me about it, but they told me that I was a liar because they said it was 6, but I said that was before, because
she was engaged to someone else before that. She was engaged to someone else, and then she married Muhammad.
So there is a hadith in the Arabic that says that Muhammad married Aisha at 3 because he stayed with her for 6 years, blah, blah, blah. So you can only find it in the Arabic, James, and I can't remember the number off the top of my head.
I had it written down somewhere.
Okay, so can I say that because I'm gonna talk to this guy again in a live, and can I say then that he married at 6, but before that he had his eyes on her?
She came to him in a dream twice. Muhammad dreamt of Aisha.
Okay.
I'll give it to you now if you give me a second.
Thank you.
Everyone notice how fast we went from you can't hit your wife to justifying why Muhammad hit his wife.
Well, that is very amazing. I think they
Sahih Bukhari.
Yes,
Sahih Bukhari, Volume 7. Hang on a second. Let me just do this.
It's Bukhari, Volume 7. That's very
Bukhari.
good.
Hang on a second. I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Another one.
Do you think, James? Do you think you can? Is it a problem if you just message me with that, or is it too much?
Bukhari 5078. 5078.
5078.
Yeah.
507. I will write it down.
Yeah, you won't find it in the English. You got to be careful. You got to do it in Arabic.
This hadith is saying that he dreamt she came to him in the dream twice when she was still in the silken cloth.
Okay, so he had his lust for her before 6.
Yeah, before she was even walking.
Okay, that's good. Perfect. Then I know it. Thank you very much.
No worries, bro. Okay, I've got another 13, 14 minutes. Let me see. I'm just bringing up both the people that's up requesting. Janine sounds Christian. Janine, hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hiya. Are you Christian, Muslim?
Christian. I don't think you could be both.
Well, Muslims say that you're born a Muslim, so I'm not sure whether you can be.
Oh, Christian, of course.
Okay. Let me ask the guy next to you. The one next to you. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah.
Can you? What can I call you? User? Or I'll just. You have a name, user?
1 second.
Yeah. Hi, Janine. How can we help you? What do you think about this topic?
Oh, well, you know, being a woman, it's just like, wow. You know, you see this picture of this woman wearing this whole getup, but you can't even see her face or eyes or anything, you know?
Janine, I'm going to ask you something personal, because in Islam, Muslim men don't believe that women have urges, feelings, desires. Right? They don't think that a Muslim man doesn't believe that a woman can look at him and get stirred. Are Muslim men telling the truth that women are just dead on the inside?
No.
So I said to a Muslim man, I know I'm married, I know that, you know, that I know women, you know, I'm not a newbie. Let's just put it this way. You know, I know. And I know that women also look with desire and lust, and Muslim men are that stupid. They think that the woman needs to cover up and the man doesn't need to, because the woman actually doesn't look. Muslim men need to honestly reevaluate everything. You think that your woman only looks at you, only thinks about you, only sees you? You think when she's watching TV, she don't see what's his name, all these Brad Pitts and whatever these guys, Clooney do. I don't think who's nice looking today.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that the women are not looking,
Oh,
come on, man.
women look all the time.
Exactly. So it doesn't make what happens is they make you dress like this, cover up all this nonsense, but you can still look and see. So Muslim men should be covering themselves as well, so that women don't look at them. They can just look at us.
100%. 100%.
Well, you know, the most attractive part of a man that men are supposed to cover up even in the Christian religion, men are supposed to wear, you know.
Yo, why you kicking
Because
me off?
even Jesus had a beard, you know what I mean, and covered his face.
What?
Is the jawbones.
You never covered his face.
There's different things that women look at. Could be hands, could be jawbones, could be face, could be beard, could be whatever, you know. Women like bald people too. Women like, you know, there's different things for different people. But what I'm saying is that women are not dead on the inside. Women are actually looking. So Muslim men, watch this. User, before you put your camera on, don't do that again, because I don't know what you're going to put on the screen.
Bro, I'm not a
tell me
Christian.
what you're
I'm
gonna
not
do
gay.
first,
I
'cause
don't
I don't
put
trust
random shit on
Muslims.
my screen. Can I put the hadith so I could refute you or no?
Yeah,
You went up acting all
which
big
hadith
and
you
mighty
gonna
with
refute me
a
on?
weak translation. I'm here to bring you the real translation. Do you want it or no?
Sure, bring it.
I got you.
So put your camera on, and once I see it and I know it's the hadith, I can give you the big screen. Okay, are you there?
Hey, salam alaikum, everyone.
Salam alaikum, Chris. God bless you. Sorry, okay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay, let me just give this guy a big screen.
Hey, James, remember they're going to have to also refute the Quran that says you can hit your woman.
Where does it say be in this hadith? Go ahead.
Which hadith are you on now?
This is the same hadith you brought.
Okay, let me see. If you look down the bottom, it said, let's see, he came, darkness.
He cut it off. Awesome.
Look in the Arabic. Okay, watch this, guys. In Sunnah.com,
I have the Arabic. I could read the Arabic.
Has camouflaged it. Go to the Arabic of the same hadith and tell me what the Arabic says.
I got you.
Watch this. I'll show it to you guys on the Arabic for Sunnah.com.
It's like a painful shove. Amen already said what it was. It's like the 1-inch Bruce Lee punch. He knocks a dude in his chair, and he's only an inch away.
Hey, bro, Travis, shut the hell up, bro. No one wants to speak.
You shut up. I'll push your prophet under the bus with you, friend.
Nah, I'll punch you like Paul. You piece of shit.
You're not gonna. Your prophet got his teeth knocked out by a boomerang.
Easy, guys.
You're a blasphemer, bro. I don't speak.
Your prophet got hit by a boomerang in the face.
Bro, let me
I can
refute
show
this
you.
argument, you man worshiper.
He got hit by a safari punch.
All right, guys.
Let me refute this shitty argument.
So watch this. I mean,
Okay, I mean,
read the thing for you that he just
what
explained.
does
Right?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So that word lahada, what does that mean?
It means a slight nudge or push.
A slight nudge? Are you sure?
Yes.
Say wallahi, I'm sure.
Liar. Wallahi, I read the translation and everything.
No, stop, bro. Because this is what you guys do.
Okay, no.
Say, hold on, stop, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'll
gonna yell at you at
blaspheme the
work.
Holy Spirit.
I'm not.
That's
See,
what you're actually
why do
doing.
you guys manifest? Why do you guys do this? You came up because you said you wanted to refute me. I'm here,
Yes,
and now I'm asking
refuting
you.
you with the
And now
translation.
I'm
I can
asking
back up my sources.
Abdurrahman, can you please stop? Relax, dude.
Can you translate the word? You're the one that's
I'm
bringing
asking
the
you.
claim.
I'm
Can you
asking.
bring the translation? And I'll refute
Abdurrahman,
it.
I don't want to have to mute you, dude. I'm not going to sit here and. Give me a second, guys.
Okay. Let's read
the
the
thing
hadith.
is, dude, you're
Since you brought
asking
the
someone.
hadith, can we read it?
You're asking someone to explain it, but then you don't keep quiet.
I'm
Again,
here
you
to
keep
explain it.
unmuting yourself, dude. Let me finish, please. Hang on. You're asking for someone to explain it, and then when someone comes to explain it, you tell them that it's not what it's actually saying. Do you speak Arabic?
Yes, I speak Arabic.
Okay. Which word did Amin say? Is Amin talking about?
It's in the middle.
Okay.
It's right there.
What does that word mean? What does the word mean?
It means a slight nudge or push.
A slight nudge. Okay, now watch that. I need you now. I want you to do this because since you have your computer on there.
Listen.
Copy
Can
that
I
word.
repeat? You said be. No. Bring me back up on the big screen. I'm gonna read it for you guys.
Amin's gonna show it to you.
No,
Just
dude.
1 second.
No, dude. I'm tired of this. I'm not going to sit here.
Okay,
Dude,
so you don't want to read it.
He's gonna show it to you. Be quiet.
I'm not going to sit here. I don't have all day for this. So I'm not going to sit here and play these dumb games with you, bro. Give me 1 second. Let me get the source.
Why are you muting me?
You keep disturbing him. He's asking you to wait a second.
Bring it on the big screen.
Again, you're disturbing me as well. I'm asking you to stop, dude. Stop.
It's in Arabic. Let's read it.
Tell you what, we'll bring you up when we're done.
Yep, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, well, Abraham, come back up, dude, because he said lahada doesn't mean like a forceful push. He said it doesn't mean any of that. He says it's like a light tap. I want him to come up and I want him to read this. Please, request again. He didn't know that we had receipts. I want him to come back up. If you guys look at this, so this is from the hands where. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Abraham, go ahead, read it. Yellow. Why are you muted, dude? Read it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah,
we just ain't unmuting.
Dude, unmute.
You guys keep muting me, so I don't know when I'm muted and when I'm not.
Okay, I'm not muting you now. Please read. Please read. What's the word that's underlined at the top?
I can't see the Arabic. Is that
Yes, you
leba?
can, dude. Stop being dumb.
Wallah, I can't.
Dude, lahada.
Why do
That's the
Muslims
same word
think
that's
that
used in the
they can-
hadith.
No. What's that word right there? Where it says he jaded after. What is that?
Same word. This is Ham's Word Dictionary explaining what the word means in context. Read the section that's underlined underneath the word.
Jaded his carriage, rendered it.
No, dude, the section that's underlined
on it.
under the word. Read where it says he pushed away. Start there.
Why would I start there? Let me read the whole thing. Embraced the courage and indicated.
We should show a video of the 1-inch Bruce Lee punch in a minute. He sends that dude across the room.
He pushed him. He pushed away, repelled him, or pushed him violently upon the chest.
Say that.
Why'd you
Say
say
it
violently
again.
very softly?
Violently across the chest. Say that again. Say it loudly, proudly.
Struck him on the chest. Or in the
Struck him,
bases of
pushed him
chest,
violently.
in the
Go
bases
on.
of shoulder, or he pressed him, squeezed him. He
I'm up here trying to
instigated against him.
freestyle.
Sounds like your
Can I finish
wallahi
reading?
was
Can I finish
a
reading?
lie.
Can I finish reading? Shut that up. Exactly.
Don't talk like that, bro, because now you know that you want to get dropped. I'm going to show this again.
Shut up, you man worshiper, bro.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, he's manifesting now.
Aisha.
Okay,
This is what happens when Muslims get exposed. He done come up here thinking he was gonna white knight for the Muslims. He was gonna come up here and he was coming at you, man. It took you 5 seconds to make him run.
So here we go, right? There we go. So let's see what it says. All the way on the top, it says, but the latter denotes frequency of the action. He pushed away or repelled him or pushed him violently upon the chest. He pushed, let me see, in the breasts, or in the bases of the breast and in the bases of the shoulder blades, or he struck him.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the only way that it makes sense in the siyaq of the hadith, because it says awjatni, that it caused me pain. I mean, if you gently nudge somebody, it's not gonna hurt. I mean, but if you like nun poke somebody or nun punch them or 5-finger death punch somebody, that's gonna hurt, dude. Like, this is what we mean. So that's how we know what it means in the context of the hadith. So I'm not sure why they think we're gonna just come up here and not be able to prove our point, but this is what they do.
Bruce Lee did a how-to video, how to violently punch your baby wife in the chest. So he does this. It's called the 1-inch death punch that you were talking about. This is the word that's being used when Muhammad hit his baby wife and sent her back to the playground. He does this. Hold on just a second. Watch, guys. Oh, sorry, I missed it. So basically, hold on. It's a really good how-to video if you need to know how to strike her. Boom! Look, he said Hadouken, and she went flying across the room back to the swing set. It's right there. There's a how-to video.
All righty, guys. Unfortunately, I've got 4 more minutes. I'll give one more Muslim a chance, and then I've got to go because my niece is 18 today. So I've got to go to her in half an hour.
Hey, happy birthday to your niece, man. I hope
Amen
that
for
today
her.
is a blessed day for her.
Amen.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Don't bring this filthy stuff over there, dude. Just say happy birthday to her, man, and don't even think about this stuff, dude.
Absolutely. For those in the chats, again, we've got still 200 and something people. Please, One Way Apologetics on YouTube. One Way Apologetics. There's this dude called Chris Claus. Got some amazing content. It's funny as you can imagine, and it's a bit of sweet and sour. It's brilliant. Then you've got this guy called The Amin 777. The Amin 777. He is doing the Church Fathers. Today I watched 2 or 3 episodes while I was in the gym. It just makes me smile knowing that we have it available and we don't even need to pick up the book ourselves. We've got someone doing the hard work for us, and that's the guy over here called Amin. So if you go the Amin 777, it's a boom shakalaka, man. It's beautiful.
Can I show it on the screen so people
Yes,
can?
sir. I was about to
be
do it
aware
for
of
you, but there we go.
Yeah. So just really quick. This is. How do I get this off the screen? This is my channel right here. If you type in the Amin 777, need to clean off my screen. But right now, I just got done reading On the Incarnation by Saint Athanasius of Alexandria. We've got 2 more chapters that I'm going to upload, but we're done. We've already done Saint John of Damascus.
Hey, Amin,
on his
can I say
heresies.
something? Can I say something on your channel as well?
So go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why that people need to subscribe to the Amin 777 is because of what Muslims are doing today. Everyone knows that Muslims are now misquoting and misrepresenting the church fathers to other baby Christians that don't know what the church fathers would have said. So we have an actual site or an actual channel on YouTube now where we can go to and we can be like, hey, this Muslim said that this church father said this about this subject. Amin has it on his channel. Well, let's see if this Muslim is being honest. And once we go through and we see that this Muslim is not being honest, we can take that evidence and we can go and refute the Muslim. So this is key information for us Christians that we need to know if we do not know our early church fathers. So this is a brilliant idea for a YouTube channel, and I suggest everyone go over and subscribe to this channel. Go ahead, Amin.
He might be busy or
Yeah, that's actually why I'm doing it, because we see them misquoting them all the time on purpose. Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, we got you now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my service is bad. But this is why I'm doing it, for what Brother Chris said. They purposely like misquote them. So this one in particular is really good. This is St. John of Damascus on heresies. I did his whole series, all 103 heresies. I read them and I uploaded them as audiobooks. This one is really good because it talks about Islam. So we'll be done pretty soon with Athanasius. That was this book that I read, and then right afterwards, I'm going to be going through some works in here. I'm going to do the Didache next. It's a pretty thick book, so I'm going to be reading like all of these sources. So guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the Amin 777.
Take a
And
screenshot,
just take a
guys.
walk with me, man. We're going to be
Yeah,
reading.
take a screenshot. We're not going to put it in the chat. Take a screenshot. Sorry.
Also, Amin, is there any way that
No, I'm
you
sorry.
have your YouTube already on your profile on TikTok?
Yeah. If you go to my profile here on TikTok, just click on my profile and the link is in the description. It'll take you directly to my channel. So anyways, guys,
That,
yeah.
and that's for the people that have already been on YouTube and said, I can't find him on YouTube. The easiest way for you to find him on YouTube is go to his profile here in TikTok, click that link. It'll take you to the to the channel on YouTube, and then you can subscribe through there.
Amen.
Hey, James, real quick on the wife beating thing. Everything that's set up here today was false by the Muslims. There's no steps. Imam Shafi says that if your wife answers the door coldly, she answered it politely yesterday, this is a reason that you can hit her. Right? So there's no steps to it. You can just start working on her head if you fear rebellion.
That's not true, because you can't
there's no steps. You just go to work.
Let's see.
Go
on, Uncle.
I'm sorry. I just want to know, did he have the hadith about why black women don't have to wear hijab?
Well, we'll show that. We'll show that tomorrow. Okay. Are you saying that you don't need to beat your wife, or you do need to beat your wife?
When I say work on her head, I just mean go to work on her, friend. That's just slang.
Oh yeah, but you agree you can't hit her head, right?
James, look, before you get started, it is 9:32, dude. I don't know if you want to just tell this guy to come back tomorrow, because
Well, I'm gonna just give him one last guy. Okay, here's a question: are you allowed in Islam to beat your wife?
You okay? To an extent, like if she's disobedient, like severely disobedient, right? And you can't like just beat her up, like just like.
But are you allowed to beat your wife in Islam?
Like a MMA fight.
Are you allowed to beat your wife in Islam in any way, shape, or form?
There is that, yeah, you can in some times.
Okay.
Which I think is good.
Yeah, he's actually right. If your 6-year-old child bride chases the ice cream truck and she runs out in the street, you need to teach her a lesson so she doesn't get hit by a car, right? So
no,
tell him, man. You tell him.
That's just.
Have you ever beat your wife? Okay. Okay. Have you ever beat your wife?
I don't have a wife.
Have you ever disciplined your wife?
I said I don't have a wife.
If you ever have a wife, would you discipline her, Peter?
Bro, if your wife was like so bad, would you not like?
What is
just-
bad? Give me an example of so bad.
Bro, imagine your wife like just got her co-worker home, like, and you come home and her co-worker's sitting there. What would you do?
Okay, let me ask you this: if you beat
You would divorce her. You would divorce her, dude. You wouldn't beat her.
So hang on. If you found that your wife was banging her co-worker, and you did beat her, after you've beaten her, does it mean that she wasn't penetrated by another man, or was she still penetrated?
You know, I don't. That's probably not a good example, but you get what I mean, right? If
Nah, we Christian, bro. We're not. Anyway, guys, God bless
That's
you. Thank you
something.
guys for coming up. Okay, come back tomorrow and we'll have this conversation. That was 2 minutes and 18. I'm going to clip that for you, I mean, and then you have that
Please.
as well.
Thank you. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, because, she deserves it, you know. Yeah, guys, I apologize, but as I said, I'm 4 minutes overdue now, and I'm not going to go 5. So God bless each and every single one of you. Stay safe. For those that haven't followed me, it's the Agents on YouTube, the Agents 007, the Agents on YouTube. Subscribe, follow, and for those on TikTok, I have a video that's over 50,000 views now, talking about Ahmadiyyat, and people are so engaged in that. So go and jump into that conversation on Ahmadiyyat. Let's make this video go around because it shows Ahmadiyyat challenged God and he lost. And because of his challenge, he was muted like Muhammad was. Muhammad was cursed by Allah, so was Ahmadiyyat. So is every other Muslim that ever goes against our Lord and Savior. Our triune God, you go against that, you're playing with fire, you will get burnt. Scott on YouTube sent us a super chat. He says, God bless you, brothers and sisters. God bless you, Scott. Thank you so much for that. Really, really appreciate that. I apologize, guys, for those that came in late, but tomorrow's going to be a new day. Take care. God bless.